Remember that episode where they just stared for 3
remember
hours?
that.
Yeah, we know what you did.
I think we're live. That's amazing.
What?
I was told I was going to get counted in, and then that did not happen.
No, we were just too loud. We didn't hear it.
So hello. Welcome to episode 4 of Long Beach by Night, a top-flight, very professional production. A subtle kind of murder. Let's meet our vampires.
I'm Malcolm Gersh, and I'm playing Saint Valentine.
Sam DeLuff, I'm playing Race Kagan.
D'Artagnan Italiano, and I play Alquist Lassire.
I'm Ash Minnick, and I play Vi.
Melee Damage, and I play Lula Castile.
As independent contractors, we rely on you and your generosity, both in the form of bits and tips, but especially in the form of support of our sponsors. This week, I have to give an extra huge shout out to Dogmite, which hath blessed me with my custom Vampire the Masquerade DM screen. And oh look, it a me right here. Yeah, in the city of Long Beach. So thank you very much, Dogmite. Visit their website, dogmite.com. They have custom screens. You can get yours specially customized however you want. You can get one of the ones that already exists. Fantastic stuff. I am truly tongue-tied because this is amazing and I love it so very much. It is difficult to sleep on because the wood is very hard, but I do it anyway. It's my pillow now because I love it. Also, Backblaze. Yes, Yev is canon. Yev is everywhere. Yev is infinite. Yev is eternal. We have our own Backblaze link, which is backblaze.com/Long Beach by Night, which you can support both Backblaze and support us in the process. $6 a month, unlimited backup, videos, photos, anything that you've got that you're trying to hide from the Second Inquisition, that you need to keep safe until ShrekNet is rebuilt, because word is some crazy person up in the valley is trying to do that exact thing. Backblaze can do that for you. No headaches, no hassles. There's a mobile app. If you want a physical drive sent to you with your data on it, they will do that. If you want to send it back and get a refund, they will do that. Backblaze.com/Long Beach by Night. Level Up Dice. If you hear that joyous crinkling, that is the sound of Ash Minnick receiving her Level Up Dice. No, please do not stop. They create beautiful custom dice. I know you cannot see how gorgeous my Ventru dice are from here, but they are amazing. Definitely get your own if you want your custom clan dice. Even the Thin Bloods have one, which is weird. Next thing, Kadif will get them or something. I don't know. I wish you could see their offended faces right now, but you don't need to see them because Kadif don't have feelings. It's fine. But hey, bit.ly.com/LUDB Dave Walters is the custom link there. Hopefully the QueueTimes Techno Goblins will drop that in chat. I was supposed to send the link. I kind of didn't, so here's a test of whether or not they've compensated for me being me, really. And last, but certainly not least, Games for Love, which is a 501c3 kindness-oriented charity that is focused on easing the suffering of children through expanding the love of gameplay through our putting on events for them, our donations that both give these kids access to video games and things like that, but also much needed medical attention. So this time, due to the QueueTimes Techno Wizardry, because they had warning and stuff, if you type !love in chat, you will get all the details. Now, with that being said, on with our vampire story. Lula, as you ride in the truck, the sight opens up to you unbidden. And the road ahead of you splits into 3 very different paths. One is covered in amethyst, driving towards a glowing palace covered in lights and surrounded by adoring fans. But there is a huge fence surrounding the palace, covered in roses and thick thorns that are dripping in poison. Another road is plunged in darkness because all the streetlights have been shot out. At the end of the road is a quaint cottage with bars on the windows, all painted pink. Police caution tape surrounds the house as figures move inside warily, peering from behind the curtains and trying to duck down and not be seen. The third road is a pier leading out to the ocean, lined with skeletons. Gray, wispy tendrils of shadow trail off the skeletons like puppet strings and off towards the water. And just like that, you're back, riding alone.
Guys, that thing that I do, I did it. out of nowhere. I saw three paths, three different roads. One was a crystal of some sort, a purple one, like an amethyst or something. And a castle, and a lot of roses and thorns.
Wow, that's strikingly figurative. We know exactly what that's about, don't we?
I mean, I can guess. I think it has to do with that thing. There was also a lot of adoring fans. So yes, I think it is precisely
Really?
that encounter. Another road led to a house with eyes peeking, and then another to a pier, which I think was that where we found them by the water.
Where we found who?
No, not find them. Where the trail led last time, or where our dead end was. Possibly. Maybe?
Oh, okay. So the house was the ocean? Or the...
No, the house wasn't the ocean. There were three different places.
Oh, okay.
And there was a third one?
Yes, the house, the ocean, and the first place, the place where you did the woo thing.
Yeah. Or that club night that we had.
Mm-hmm. Precisely. Don't know what it means, but
Well, I mean, maybe there are places we can go.
Now, to recap, you all were greeted outside of the aquarium by your newly ghouled and acquired acquaintances, Zephys and Titus.
They're just good friends.
They're very good friends. Even they don't understand why they're such good friends. But
We know why.
They should ask the ghosts and/or the animals.
they might, honestly. You all had given them their instructions to keep an eye on things, try not to take any life if necessary, and you were greeted outside the aquarium with your truck, which was not where you left it, with 3 bodies in the back, 2 very clearly beaten men, and a third with a stake in the chest. And Zephys mentioned to you that they tried beating him, but he wouldn't go down, so they stabbed him and he stopped moving, and they were quite surprised that he's still alive, so they sort of just brought him to you. Now, knowing that, and that you all had to clear out pretty promptly, where would you be driving to?
Well, question first is, I mean, I would put a tarp over the bodies. I just want to state that.
Tarp over the bodies.
Over the top. I mean, away from here.
So currently you all are driving through the streets of Long Beach. Driving cool, I'm sure. With 2 unconscious men and
Fly casual. Yeah.
one staked kindred in the back.
Yeah.
And now Miss Lula has given you one of her world-famous visions.
and we're going to have to take them somewhere. I know we've got 2 new people, but I mean, are we going by your house? I know you don't like people by your house, but I mean, we've got to do something with them.
There's your thing. Your place.
Yes, the resort. It is quite nice.
I
How far
have
is it?
not seen the resort yet. I'd be very interested in checking that out.
It was my understanding that the resort is some distance away, though, correct?
It is. I need a helicopter for it. But it's worth it. I will tell you this. It is quite
You
worth
have a
it.
helicopter?
Oh, yes, of course.
Uber will let you use them sometimes now. It's a whole thing. So
Uber
it
Air.
ain't even that.
Yes.
Just saying.
I'm in the wrong cult.
My assistant told me. Apparently, it's like a chariot in the sky.
Well, let's get a helicopter to
Yes,
this resort.
it's
I
like
mean,
a
that's
flying
what I'm
horse.
thinking, right?
I mean, how long would it take to get a helicopter?
I don't
I
know.
mean, granted, the staked one isn't going anywhere, but these 2 other ones are probably gonna.
Before we helicopter someone back to wherever in God's name that is, we should probably unstake the one that's staked and see if he's even worth the time of taking to some secret location that we probably don't want some crazy person knowing where it is and endangering the rest of them.
I have a follow-up question. Would you all have asked Typhus and Zetes to follow, or would you have essentially kind of sent them on their way? like, because they will do what you ask them to. So they either will follow you in their vehicle or they will.
Well, I would have asked them for details of where they found these folks, for sure.
Then I would say they're following you because you wouldn't have wanted the aquarium kids' families. Like, I mean, being like, yeah, so we stabbed that guy. It's not. So they'll be following you in their vehicle.
Okay, then it sounds like what we need is third location. Let's go to a warehouse or something. This hour at night. No one's going to be there. And then we don't burn anyone's location. Or burn time. Burn moonlight. Summon in Chopper.
I suppose we could drive around until we see a spot. No?
The city of Industry will do.
We could ask one of them if they've got a hideout, or I could call one of my contacts.
You do know they had a safe house right by the park. But they did seem like it wasn't theirs alone. But they did mention such a thing.
I'd much rather do some larceny.
I would say both Reese and St. Valentine, having spent a not insignificant amount of time in the streets of Long Beach, you can both make wits and streetwise checks to see if you know anywhere that might
Can I call
Nah.
contacts?
That's a
successfully roll to disbelieve.
Yeah.
But Dave,
You,
can I...
you can also roll wits and streetwise, and you can add your
I don't
contacts.
even have streetwise. I got one success.
Both Alquist and Lula, I feel this is not necessarily your thing, but you are welcome to roll. I just feel like
I want to be included.
You might know where industrial, houses are. You are in industry.
this is how you get your bestial fails, kids. You trick
3.
'em.
That's the high water mark.
Do you call or do you text them?
You're driving.
It's obviously FaceTime.
No driving and living.
I would call them, but I'd put them on speakerphone and say, "Be quiet."
Vi, yeah, like, we might have a place, and you hear, like noise in the background while they're talking. They're like, here's the thing, though, all that stuff is, Joey controls all the places on the docks.
Is there any place more inland?
I mean, there's most of our stuff is all along the waterfront. I mean, can probably get you in somewhere. Like, he usually doesn't come around this time of night, but, just a heads up.
Well, I have no problem with Joey.
Hate you to find out the hard way,
I look to y'all for thoughts. Can you just text me an address of a place?
Yeah. It's I'm due for a lunch break. I'm gonna be gone for about 65 to 73 minutes. You know what I mean? Okay, bye. And you do get a text with an address.
I don't know what he meant by that lunch break. I don't know.
Might not have been speaking to you.
Oh. Okay.
They know Joey.
They know of Joey.
Yeah.
I mean, particularly, I would not want to run into him again. I know we're all such good friends and all, but
Oh, but he loved you.
yes, I do remember that.
I believe in showing him the utmost respect in this space. I like keeping all of my limbs where I put them.
Yes.
We could give him a heads up.
You all do have his phone number. You have not seen or heard from him since that night in November when he very much appeared, took Valentina, and ran with the full supernatural speed that he was capable of generating.
He is appreciative of cleaning up messes, which is what we're doing, and it's not even our mess this time. Sort of.
I mean, it kind of is indirectly.
I don't rise to that bait. I don't. Fucking don't.
I mean, I'd be pretty dumb to call him. Every time, there's a very good chance he will throw me around like a rag doll again.
Yeah, I'll text him.
Okay, what are you going to text him?
Permission to use your docks to clean up some kindred messes. Question mark.
You see the dots on like the message typing.
Typing.
And it types for a few long seconds.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't fuck it up.
Understood. Much obliged, sir. Thank you. That's all.
You do not get an additional reply.
Nah, none more
Oh,
needed.
That's good.
Yep, we gotta go ahead.
That was amazing.
Yeah, a please and thank you. Good lord. Goes a long way.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's make our way to the docks. That's not even too far.
It is not. Well, because you were already near
Yep.
the aquarium, you were already very
Yep, we
much
just go
sort
up
of on the
the
front.
drive.
Yes, so it is a 10-ish minute drive before you get over in the highly industrialized area where the docks that Il Fagato shipping controls, and you pull up to the gate, and it is currently unmanned.
I would like to turn on Eyes of the Beast.
You can give me your wits and awareness, and you can add your animalism dice.
I'll do sense the unseen as well.
Okay.
I hop out and get into the booth to raise the gate arm.
It's the keys in the ignition there.
Yeah.
To do so.
I don't have enough dice.
Would you like some of mine?
Yeah, I just need one. Oh no, I got a hunger. So that's it. Holy shit, that's bad. I only got 5.
Only 5.
Well, is out of like 11 dice.
I mean, it bees like that sometimes, you
I
know.
mean, statistically, that's pretty much on par.
And what did you get, Miss Lula, there?
I am burning a willpower.
Okay.
Same.
What is Il Casato, by the way? I said it wrong. Il Casato shipping. How many, sorry?
5. Same.
You see the standard pageant of ghosts. Under different circumstances, really this would be terrible, but it's pretty much a normal night here on the docks. What you don't notice is any signs whatsoever of the Fae. You might recall this was the first time you came across them when they were here actively robbing these shipping containers. It seems like it was years ago, but in reality it was honestly just a few short months ago. But for someone in your line of work who is accustomed to this kind of supernatural thing, not only that do you see a lot of ghosts, but at one point you recall the population had gone down. It's like they're back again. Either those ghosts have returned or been replaced by new ghosts. It's hard to tell, really. But you see the standard parade of soldiers waiting for a ship that is never going to come. The kid in the Nirvana t-shirt that you see wandering around aimlessly like he's looking for someone. More disembodied things that either maybe were never humans or humans so long ago that even they're beginning to forget. But it is basically what you would expect on the docks of Long Beach, a uniquely haunted place. Violet, for you, how many was that? You got 5, you say? Completely still. You hear a pin drop. Like you would think it's kind of, I mean, most of the work happens in the daytime, but I mean, for the most part, it is kind of a 24-hour place. Like something should be happening, but there's nothing.
Just be aware, y'all. This is way more quiet than it should be.
I agree. I mean, it looks normal, but last time it was quieter. So there could be more, but there also could be less. This is, whatever it is, this isn't the right amount.
Clearing things up. All right. Eyes on a swivel, then. Nothing else for it. Let's.
I don't seem to particularly see our other friends, though, from last time. They seem to have buggered off somewhere.
That's good. We were hoping that they wouldn't run afoul of the other powers here.
You all do recall that was one of the things Joey was trying to negotiate was stay off our turf.
And I very specifically talked to Fawn of maybe do crimes elsewhere.
That's,
Yeah.
So, good! They listened! My sweet babies! Please stay alive!
there is no indication of them doing crime here tonight. Yes.
Right.
Just stay alert, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a...
Once
quiet.
Reese raises the gate, do you drive on in?
Well, I'll wait for them to get back in.
Oh, sure. I mean,
Sure.
don't leave them, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Reese, once they are through and Typhus and Zedis come through, and they are driving just a completely nondescript, like a Honda. You know, kind of a lights out. And again, they look
Accord
kind of
energy,
like two like scruffy guys, you
Yeah,
know, that
sure.
you wouldn't look twice at, really. There's like boxes and things piled up in the back. Like it looks like the kind of car somebody sleeps in, you know. Do you lower the gate after them or what's that?
Yeah.
Okay. Or, you know, the gate, you know what I mean, slides open.
Yeah, I
slides
wasn't sure whether it was
closed
like,
type deal. Yeah, yeah, because it's, the fences are, 30 feet high, barbed wire.
Legit.
Okay. The address that you're given is basically one of the warehouses that's, a few feet in. It's kind of like a checkerboard inside here of getting over to the individual warehouses. And you do come up to one that has the door of it is slightly cracked.
All right. I'll step in and just give it a quick once over before we bring everyone else in.
All right. Give me your wits and awareness.
4.
You can see this one is, there's a couple of boxes and things that have sort of been like shipping crates that have like moved to the side. It is relatively vacant. In the middle of the room, there is, if you were thinking about how you would decorate almost like a warehouse from a horror movie, like full-blown Reservoir Dogs, this is kind of what you would do. There is like a drain kind of in the middle of it, that there is sort of like an odd red tint to the pavement around it. You're like, this is the docks, that's probably fish blood, yeah. That's probably
No.
That's
Joey unlocked us the warehouse where business gets done because he understood what Kindred is.
Yeah, we can't be squeamish about it.
Yeah.
It's fish blood.
I mean, they were going fishing.
Right.
Is there any of that fish blood by any chance in any kind of container or pouches of anything? Because if we're going to unstake the poor deer, he's going to be a little nibbly.
This is by no means a kindred-friendly area. Although, theoretically, you all know you've got 2 actual mortals.
Yeah, he brought dinner with him.
Oh, yes, I forgot about them. Yeah, oh, perfect.
Perfect guest.
Once
But we do want him restrained in some way, right?
Typhus and Zedis get out and they sort of like look around and they're like, is everything you people do fucked up?
We didn't do that. We're just borrowing the location.
Oh, we're just borrowing the murder building. Oh, okay. All right.
Fish blood.
Fish blood.
All firemen's carry our stake, friend.
Okay.
On in.
Of course, when you pull him out, you notice again his torpid body is completely rigid.
Way easier to lift.
But it's super easy. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
But it becomes clear to you when you pick him up that he staked in the back. Like he was like,
He was rabbiting.
bang. Yeah.
Good man. Smart man.
Lula, you notice Zedis is standing with his out facing the docks and is just slack-jawed, staring. You might recall he is your ghoul that was just recently blessed with the sight.
She'll walk up to him and she'll say, dear, what is it that you're looking at?
You notice there is actually tears are forming at the base of his eyes. And he's like, there's so many. It's like soldiers. Soldiers don't deserve that.
We'll try to look.
there are a handful of soldiers kind of waiting on the dock. They're always there. You know, it's like you feel maybe there's some sort of accident. Maybe they were lost at sea nearby or something. But they're very much waiting for transport that's not coming.
Dear. Sometimes with this site, you can do things to help them.
Yeah.
I mean, now's not probably the time we need your help with this, but when you go your separate way again, just try talking to them. Sometimes if you ask them things that they need, sometimes they have a bit of unfinished business, and you can actually send them on their way. Without
taking his eyes off of these ghosts, he kind of grabbed he doesn't look at you, but he reaches out and he grabs your hand and he gets it directly. Like he doesn't remember. He's like, hey, if something happens and we don't make this out, like we know what we signed up for, but don't let that happen. Don't let that happen to us, okay? Don't leave us standing on the dock of a fucking boat that ain't coming, okay?
No, dear. If anything happens to you, that won't be the case.
He makes the sign of the cross over himself, and he's like my grandmother always told me stories about Long Beach, but holy shit.
It's quite a bountiful place when it comes to the spiritual energies of the other realms, dear. But you poor sad dear.
He when you say you poor sad dear, he's sort of like, oh, shit, it's dusty. It's dusty in here. Yeah. Hey, is it? What the next thing you're gonna tell me is the Queen Mary haunted?
Yes, of course it is.
What?
Yes.
Meanwhile, back over when you put the body down, so he is not restrained because they couldn't cuff him, and he's basically this sort of motion where they got him. Yeah. So he's just like that. The other two humans are cuffed, and are at least somewhat beginning to stir, because they basically just been beaten unconscious, and a few minutes have passed now. They're sort of, they weren't rendered comatose; they were just knocked out. Yeah. But they both have socks stuffed in their mouth. Oh, dirty, gross, been out in the park socks. Ugh. And when you all sort of grimace, Typhus is like, "What? I could have broken the jaws. I thought she said don't hurt them."
No, it's fine. Your socks are just gross, man.
Again,
you're a walking
us
corpse.
being squeamish, yeah.
You're a walking corpse, and I got gross socks.
Yeah,
we
your
don't
socks
sweat.
are gross. My socks are pristine. They're really nice.
I don't consider us walking corpses. I feel like corpses
that's really unfair.
deteriorate, and we're not doing that.
I might have been thought it was kind of corpsey, though.
He's like, let me ask you one question. Pulse? Breathing? Anything?
You open your mind
Corpses.
a bit.
No, my mind is plenty open.
You're also super rude for someone who's basically our servant.
Excuse me, I serve the United States of America, okay? And he does square up on you, you know? Right. He's like, yeah.
So, all right, boys, we can play later, all right? Let's, get to business.
He's like, I can speak fucking sea lion now. None of this makes sense.
Did you talk to the seals?
Focus. 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 Everybody, focus. Who's talking? To the socks.
Was the point of see you? Sorry. Yes, I'm back. A lot has happened to me tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought you had a discipline job or something.
Where did you find?
Get up.
Nowhere in my training was I prepared to talk to sea lions.
Okay, we need a debrief.
Okay. Are you a Navy SEAL now, dear?
He just look at you and he's like, you know what? I needed that. It even Zeddy's, he just they elbow each other. Navy SEAL. All right. So this is what happened. So we've been on the trail of you guys for a little while now. Full disclosure, we didn't know this. But we kind of knew, stick around this neighborhood, some weird shit happens there, kind of keep eyes on this guy, they're kind of odd. And we just, we kind of got on this dude's trail a few months back, because he was slinging stones out of a house, but it seemed like his production went, way up. He was, a small-time guy, which suddenly, everyone was coming to him. So we thought, you get one kind of scummy shitbag, maybe you find another kind of scummy shitbag. So we just went and talked to him, and he got forward. So we entered, what is it? In Typhus says aggressive negotiations. Aggressive negotiations. And you know that movie, right?
I know that movie. Continue.
So, ask some questions. They got a little lippy. I think they're not used to being like checked. So we, right? So then we get to this guy, and we're like, hey, so we got to ask you some questions. Fangs come out. We both go, but then we were like, remembered, you were like, don't kill him, which was weird because we wanted to. And scuffled a little bit, got away. Typhus is like, I broke a leg off the sofa, went for him.
Good thinking.
And, well, full disclosure, I thought I was killing him because that's how it works in the movies. But apparently that just freezes him in place. So, target was neutralized. Figure we bring it to you. Here we are.
Who are they?
And this man, this face, is one of the faces from the cave. When you've seen him up close, like he's...
Right, he
was
isn't
there.
one of the drug dealers that I've been... No, never mind.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he's verifiably from the cave.
And the other two?
Work for him, I guess. They went down.
Okay.
You want to deal with them too, and I'll talk to him?
How are we gonna tie him down?
Right when you say that, they both draw their guns.
That's not tying down.
I'll deal with that.
No, I don't think we should separate. Let's just all focus on the newly acquired potential problem.
Sure. So, how do we have him like lying down right now?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's up to you.
Yeah. Just based on his positioning, because he is rigid.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's sort of the default versus
Right,
like sitting.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you looking for restraints? Like traditional restraints?
God, if I may suggest, I do believe we should interrogate the humans first, because we're going to need at least one of them to hand over to him when he wakes up, and see, the thing is that sometimes, depending on, he hasn't been staked for too long, but we don't know what kind of state he was in before he got staked, and sometimes they don't stop, so we might lose one. So we should probably pluck his brain for information before.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. Well, let's pull some socks out. Yoink.
So, as of this exact second, you got the two guys in the back of the truck still.
Oh,
so,
I
so
just
what do
assumed
we-
Yeah, because I
Let's
carried
bring
him
them.
in, and no, yeah.
No, they said they brought in the steak guy.
Yeah.
I know. I
did not carry out.
You should get the guys from the truck.
They're like,
I'll make a trip.
yeah.
Yeah.
they go, and a moment later, you're and they kind of pull them by the legs out of that, and then you're standing there with their hands bound, like looking around, and sort of like push them in, and they kind of like hunched and shivering.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's take that out. Yeah, that didn't look pleasant.
That looked disgusting. We're very sorry.
What's your name?
Who the fuck wants to know?
I mean, obviously I do, because
All
I
of
just
us.
asked.
I'd like to activate awe.
There it is.
And they do both sort of like look at you like,
Are there any chairs anywhere?
Sure, it's a interrogation room. I mean, fish blood disposal room.
I mean, there's a couple of like decidedly unpleasant metal-looking things a person can be made to sit on, and there's also just like some random like crates and things.
I'm just gonna sit back on a crate and put my boots out for a bit.
He looks at you and he's like, I'm Dale. It's Timbo.
Oh, hello, Dale. I thought you were speaking for a moment. You did the real cool lean back thing, like, hey, I'm about to ask some serious questions. Hi,
It's all you.
I'm Alquist. How are you, dear?
Not good.
So, if I may ask, What do you do for work? You're a bit of a scoundrel, aren't you?
Yeah. We move weight.
What kind of weight?
You guys cops, this is entrancement. You can't just like beat the shit out of us and like
Do we
handcuff
look
us.
like cops to you?
I saw 21 Jump Street, maybe.
And trust me, if we had you under an entrancement, you would have no idea.
And this is when he notices the steak guy on the floor. Oh, shit! What'd you do to Hayden?
Ooh, Hayden.
We were
Who's
going to
Hayden?
ask if you knew him.
No. I mean, I don't. I was passing through. I was just looking to score, and then like
That's why he was.
Sasquatch and Sasquatch Junior over here, just like grabbed us, and can I go now?
No.
No.
So, Hayden, you don't know him?
Oh, what about your friend, dear? This other one over here.
The other one is
I
like
think he's lying.
not like his eyes up from the floor.
Do you two know each other?
Do a little bit more.
Are
More
you
things?
talking? Dale is the one who's
Kisses?
been talking, and he motioned like Timbo is the other one. So are you talking to Dale or to Timbo?
I'm talking to the one that was talking.
Dale. And what do you ask him? Sorry.
If they know each other, the two with the socks in the mouth.
Oh yeah. Timbo's my homie.
Oh,
Like we ride or die, you know.
So you both just randomly came to score, you say, from...
Just shitty luck, and we didn't see nothing because snitches get stitches, you know. So we we won't say nothing to nobody. We
Lula's
just
gonna go over to the staked kindred. What was his name?
Hayden.
Hayden. And she's gonna thumb through Hayden's pockets to see if she can find if he's got a stash on him. And mainly because she wants to see if they're lying, and also because she's Lula and she's going to keep whatever she finds.
When you start rummaging through his pockets, Zeddy's, who's your ghoul, says, and he reaches in his pocket and like shakes out a baggie of pills.
Oh, that's what you found on you. Okay, so they're not lying entirely, at least.
Oh no, they're for sure lying.
Yeah.
Does he have a
good
cell
reason.
phone? Did he have a cell phone when you Hayden?
Typhus reaches in his pocket and pulls out
Yeah.
like a
Do you
burner flip.
Can you look up Timbo and Dale on his phone?
If he has any sense in his brain,
And he's
he'll be
like,
in there.
surprise, surprise.
Damn. he was
Oh, they got
bad
text
at his
messages.
He's like, they're like, well, yeah, he's got a number. It's like we were scoring. That's why he's got a number. Of course. How else is he gonna know? Like when we call and we want that, like like twist up that, like that stickiness. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
when you put your
I mean, you know it. I like to see it. I see your hair. You like to twist it up. I know, man. Yeah.
Okay, focus up.
Yeah.
Focus
Lula would
up.
like to activate sense the unseen on them and see. Actually, no, that's share senses. She wants to see what kind of state that they're in.
Well, I think what you were after is
I'm a really fast reader. Can I just flick up through the
Stride
conversation
songs.
and
Stride.
speed read all of their conversations between Hayden and Dale and Timbo?
give me your intelligence and technology.
The technology is for knowing how to flick up with your
So
thumbs.
share the senses will not necessarily give you insight into their emotional state. You will see what they're seeing. So like you'll be aware of this in here.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I would like to use mesmerize.
Okay. Now remember, if you mesmerize them, they will do literally what you ask them to do. So if you
Yes.
like ask them to tell you something, they will repeat it to you. Like
Son of a bee.
Yeah, it's not the best interrogation
Right. It
discipline.
cannot
I feel like
be
there's a
used.
way
It
to
cannot be
use it.
used to like
What-
force someone to confess.
What if he said, "Be honest"?
I wouldn't like to use mesmerize. I take it back.
What about
I got one
merge
success on my
direction?
Direct it. Yeah.
intelligence and
That
technology
would work,
flick.
wouldn't it?
You feel like it's either written in some sort of code, or all of these people are just really stupid. Like it's not exactly even clear to you. Like there's
Yeah.
some bizarre set of like hieroglyphics that you're like, You're like,
Oh, well, see, now you got me more interested.
yeah, you're like, that is a lot of eggplant emojis and dollar signs. I don't, what?
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
I'm having a how do you do fellow kids moment.
Yeah, right.
Yup.
Yeah, freaking millennials, am I right? Yeah, right. That's,
I mean, they obviously know him.
Yeah. I mean, they knew his name.
Lula's going to walk up to him and go, I'm going to have to insist that you tell us the truth, dear. How do you know him?
it's like, he's our dealer.
Lula pulls out the 22 and holds it to his forehead and says, as I said,
He's like, oh, shit.
I'm going to have to insist that you tell the truth.
When you do that, Zeddy's pulls his gun out and puts it to the back of the guy's head, too, like, immediately, like... and he's
Y'all
like,
are so supportive.
I mean, you worked for Hayden, so just tell us how.
They were
We
like-
appreciate honesty. We're not going to judge you for being low-level drug dealers.
Zeddy's looks at you kind of out of the corner of his eye, Vi, and he's like, oh, this part we weren't training for. You guys see he literally pees on himself.
Oh.
Disgusting.
And he's like, okay. You can make an intimidation check, and you can add 2 dice. So manipulation, intimidation, add 2 for your physical prop and your homie.
Your physical prop and your physical prop.
Mm-hmm. Yo, dog, yo, I heard you like props.
And you said add 2?
Yes.
I give you mad props.
Mm-hmm. I will say, with your 1 success, though, St. Valentine, you do notice a dramatic uptick in the amount of texts Hayden's gotten since November. Kind of the whole point of a burner phone is he should have burned it by now, but
Yeah.
but there is, his business has increased.
Okay.
That is 9 with a crit.
He's like, okay, all right. So, like, Hayden was like a lieutenant, okay? And he, like, went independent a couple of months ago. And, like, I don't know, man. It's just like everybody just started listening to him. And it's just like, he'd be like, hey, do this. And you just, like, people would do it. You know, it was crazy. And, like, so, like, all the competition, they just left. Like, and, like, people would just do what he said. It was crazy. And we just started moving all this weight, all right? And that's it. And then it's like, okay, all right, okay. So, all right. I'm gonna say some crazy shit, okay? But like, I swear to God, I swear on my mother's life that I'm telling you the truth, lady, okay? I swear on my mother's life, all right? He made us like drink blood, like some like I don't know. He said it was some like mysticism stuff that like his grandma taught him, like his grandma's from like Cuba or something, like, you know, it's like Yoruba shit, you know, and he was like, this blood's gonna make you strong, and it's like you're kind of fucking dead, but I just fuck that
How
guy.
strong are you, dear? What can you do?
Apparently not enough.
All right. Besides being a drug dealer, is he particularly kind to you, or is he more of a tyrant?
He's like, he looks, his like eyes look at the gun, and his eyes kind of turn towards Zeddy's, and he's like, kindness is relative, lady.
That's fair, and she'll lower the gun.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, is he someone you would consider a friend, or is he someone that you considered to be not?
He sort of stands there a second. He's like, look, if y'all are some like rival outfit, I didn't see shit. Okay? If y'all are hiring, hook me up. All right? This is just business, and it is above my pay grade.
That's not really.
You realize at this point, the other guy, Timbo, speaks up. And he's like, Hayden don't sell to no kids. Give money to the soup kitchen. I mean, he sell poison, yeah. But
Got a code.
he never looks up from the floor, though. Like, the other one's, like, very much like, I didn't see anything, I don't know anything. And, like, the second one's sort of, like, looking down the whole time.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dude. That helps.
Timbo's an interesting character.
I'm more interested in Hayden's grandma at this point, honestly.
Or he was lying and he found that out some other way from someone else.
I mean, either way, it's interesting.
Well, so let's find out. I want to talk to him. I'm gonna go over by Hayden, who's staked, and I'm going to kneel down by his ear. What you're going through right now sucks real bad and probably scared the crap out of you. You are more than fair if you want to try to make a move. I advise you not to. I'm here to help you. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm trying to make sure you're okay. So I'm going to get this thing out of you. And we're going to be cool. That's all I need. All I need is for you to be cool right now. Okay, son? And then this will go all right.
Reese, you know that although he cannot move even to blink, that he can hear you.
Yeah. I mean, even with someone who's conscious, like, you talk to him. So as I do that, I'm going to talk him through what I'm doing. I'm going to roll you a bit so I can get at that stake. When I pull it out, you're going to be able to move again. Again, keep cool, my dude. They are all a little twitchy, a little trigger happy. Please, help me, help you. Don't give them a reason.
When you say the words "move again," Zetes, who's had his gun against the other guy's neck the entire time, just moves it towards him, and Typhus also pulls his out. Just point like stone
call him
faced.
off.
They're both like,
We got this. Don't worry. We got this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over by Hayden, by you, and be like, I'm ready to calm him down.
All right, well, let him make good choices.
No, I mean, calm him down.
Gotcha.
Before you pull that out, dear, Luna will look at his two friends and be like, would either one of you like to help your friend with his hunger when he wakes?
huh?
Oh, okay. Apparently he has not used them for that.
Or he's made them forget.
Yes. And Lulo mesmerize him and go, let him bite your wrist.
Because they are ghouls, they actually have a chance to resist. So do roll, Miss Lula. Normal mortals are absolutely defenseless, and they have some minor level of defense.
Do I get looks since it's a social roll?
No, because it is a power that you're doing. But it is your manipulation and dominate.
What are you trying to do?
Mesmerize him to let him feed.
What name you want to go by with him?
No. Oh, crap. Tiger Lily.
All right.
I'd forgotten about that. Thank you.
One.
He looks at you and he goes, "Hey, I'm not trying to get shot, but I ain't into no kinky shit, lady."
No, it's more of that voodoo that you were talking about before, dear.
Zetes leans over to you and he's like, excuse me, ma'am, would you like me to,
Well, don't force the poor dear. Everyone here seems to be quite afraid as is.
I think if he's volunteering.
Oh, no, no.
We don't know what he's into.
All right. Well,
No,
so
Reese, you see, like, you didn't even really see him reach for it. He just got the stun gun in his hand. He's like, no, I was...
Oh, that might work, dear. Because, yes, you're quite right. And having him just run freely through the room trying to figure out what it is that he wants to eat is not good. So, yes, the stun gun's probably for the best. Just in case. He might not be frenzied at all. This is just a precaution.
Well, that's all right, Hayden. This is Tiger Lily. She's gonna be right here as we get that thing out of you. You might be feeling a whole lot of things right now that might want to pop off. She's going to help keep you calm while I do that. It's just more of the talk to someone while you're doing, like, this is not like a medical procedure, like you talk to people. So I talk him through it, and I'm going to activate Potence. My hunger does increase, which is great. Love that.
So
Reese,
you're
Reese,
where? Go
As
ahead.
the beast rises up in your blood, you feel this ain't a fucking problem, Reese. We ain't making fucking child, all right? Why don't you just drag him out behind the barn out here and just have a fucking snack out of him? You be doing the world a service, another fucking drug dealers off the streets. They should throw you a fucking ticker tape parade. Why are you babying this
Think
thing? It ain't your
long-term.
baby.
Think long term, we can use him. I'm going to pull the stake. And just keep I have his back at this point. So if this needs to be a grapple, it can be a grapple, and I'm at an advantageous position to it. But I would love the opportunity for him to make the choice to stay cool.
He, right when you do that, he inhales sharply, more reflexively than anything, because he doesn't need to breathe, of course, but, old habits die hard.
Much like us.
Reese, give me your composure and wits. If you have, yes, Violet.
I was going to say, my intention as soon as he wakes is to basically grab his face and do Quell the Beast.
Okay. If you have Unswayable Mind, that does apply.
Fantastic. Yeah, actually, I get all those. I guess that gets me up to 4.
Reese, the moment you pull the stake out of his back, he looks at you.
That is bad.
Yeah, he's staking it back.
Yeah, it's on the back of him. Okay.
No, he turns and he looks at you, though.
Okay, cool.
And he's amazing. No, he's beautiful.
Yep. I did everything I could to avoid this, and I did not. Cool. Great. Awesome.
No,
Yeah.
You've been wrong about all of this.
I think I'm right on being on his side.
And then you hit him with Quell the Beast. Okay. So what specifically you are under the effects of entrancement.
Right. No.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. What do you have in front of you? What his counter is to roll?
It's not a counter that I know of.
Might be some kind of resolve check.
This, yeah, his stamina and resolve.
Oh, okay.
Your charisma and animalism versus his stamina and resolve. Okay. Rolling my beautiful level of die. You got 4?
But I didn't roll enough dice.
Yep. I mean, same.
I got 5.
Okay. Hey, relax. And he doesn't seem to, react in any way whatsoever. He just sort of, looks around for a second, and then he just looks at you, Reese, and he's like, sup?
So, we're being cool.
Oh, yeah, we're being cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me out there.
Yeah, sure.
He's ignoring all of you, and you all see Reese kind of uncharacteristically, their shoulders kind of sink a little bit, they look very calm and relaxed in a way they probably should.
How you doing? You doing all right?
Hey, you were in that cave.
Yeah. You were in that cave.
And he does sit up and lean close to you, and he's like,
Reese, you want to take a step back?
No, I'm good.
I know you. Why do I saw you in the cave, but I just
Yeah, no, I feel this.
What do you want me to do?
I'm gonna physically pull Reese.
I have potence on, you are not.
Then I'm just gonna insert myself in between them.
And when you move physically in, he literally is tries to look around you to keep looking at them.
We can get to know each other, but maybe let's for now just keep a little space.
Can I step into his eye line with them?
Yeah. Between the two of you,
eye line?
he's sort of yeah. I mean, entrancement in and of itself it will not quell the effect, but I mean, you do kind of
Doesn't break the thing.
because
That's alright, I still know where he is.
While you may or may not have the understanding that of that he has used entrancement against them, St. Valentine,
Yeah.
you would know that he's probably still under the effects, at least a lingering blood bond.
Yeah.
Time has passed. It should be wearing off, but yeah. But yes, between the two of you, you sort of like,
Why don't you take a seat, buddy? You've had a hard night.
he hasn't gotten up off the floor yet. He got unstaked and is sort of like sat up.
Yeah, we pull up one of these chairs that we have nearby.
Do you know how to heal yourself, dear?
He's like, whoa, what?
Do you know what you eat yet?
I mean, like, like chicken and shit. I mean,
Do you know what you eat now?
Ghoul, not to heal.
You don't need to waste our time lying to us.
He's probably trying to repeat what happened in the cave.
He's like, all of y'all were in the cave.
Yeah.
He's like, he does get up and he like sits in the chair and he's like, what do you mean heal? That's a thing?
Yes, dear. You can do that if you it's the power's in your blood now. You just you will it to happen. You think about the wound closing and healing itself, and if you think real hard with your special thoughts, it will work.
He's like, think real hard. Special thoughts. It's like, like magic wish genie in a bottle bullshit. And you hear, like the hole does not close, but like you can like physically see like the ribs kind of like move sort of into him, like the hole like narrows a little bit, and he's like, and Dale, Titus, Typhus, and Zetes are all like Typhus and Zetes, like their eyes just kind of get a little big, and Dale just goes, what the fuck?
But Timbo doesn't react?
Timbo does not react. He still has not taken his eyes off the floor this entire time. He's just been kind of like right there. Yeah. And he's just like, yo. I don't know about any of this. Like, I really don't. I'm telling you, I promise. I swear to God, I won't tell anybody. I won't tell anybody about any of this.
Dale, shut up.
And you see, he looks up and he's like, Dale, be cool, man. Just forget about all of it. And Dale just goes, what the hell am I doing here? Fuck you. Why am I covered in piss?
Okay.
Zetes leans over to you, Miss Lula, and he's like, I don't know what he slipped that guy, but that's like some powerful stuff, dude. He's like, whoa.
Yes, dear. Yes, indeed. That explains a few things.
Makes sense to me.
I would love to give you the opportunity to talk to your son here, but we need to break whatever he did to you first.
I'm fine.
Do either
He's like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
do any of y'all have?
Do you have the ability entrancement, Alquist?
Yeah, Cloud Memory, Mesmerize, and Submerge Directive.
Entrancement is a presence ability.
Awe and Lingering Kisses I have for presence.
If none of you have it, you all really don't know it. I mean, you've been around long enough that you're like, Reese is not acting like themselves, but like you don't have the vocabulary.
Some
to be
kind
like,
of
this is
a domination
Right.
power.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, you feel highly motivated to stay in his good graces, Reese.
I mean, yes. This does not, in fact, change things that much.
Right,
I'm
but-
just much less logical about it.
Yep. And
Yeah.
less likely to just kind of want to drain him to death. Yeah.
I mean, he's so good I could eat, so that goes either way.
Yeah, he's like, no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good. Hey, is it possible we could just kind of like just talk?
Yeah. Here you go. Give me some space. Give me the room. Not the whole room. You know, just give me a moment with him. Yeah?
We'll back away, but I'm not leaving the room.
No. Oh, cool.
So You all move back a little
Give
bit.
some space.
Just to be clear, if anything happens to them, you're not leaving the room either.
Lula holds the gun back out.
Like, he looks at it and he's like, I had one of those when I was 14. Okay. Hollow points?
You'll find out, dear, if you mess up. I don't want to have to use it, but behave yourself. Reese is a very dear friend of mine, and someone else's that I know. And if anything happens to them, it comes down between you or them, it will be you.
He looks at you a second. He's like, aren't you that psychic lady?
Yes.
Everywhere we go.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, dear.
Wish I was psychic. I didn't see this shit coming.
That's real.
D, if you all ease up a second, what is St. Valentine doing during this?
I think I've moved over to give them space and hang out, but I'm looking through one of my spell books and just kind of thinking to myself, kind of shaking my head in disappointment and frustration.
Yeah.
I'm just leaning against a crate, staring real hard.
What are you all just making Dale and Timbo basically just stand there?
Oh yeah,
you do still have the two ghouls.
I mean,
I
they need to see this.
I don't care about them.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to move them?
I mean, specifically at this exact second, they are both still handcuffed.
Oh, that's fine.
And they are now freshly cloud memoried. So,
Well,
like,
one of them was
One of them.
freshly
Yeah.
cloud memoried. Yes.
I do think Timbo would be a good person to get to know.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lean back and turn on my ears
Mm-hmm.
and stare.
And listen. He does lean in, Reese, and he's like, "Hey, so, the hell is going on?"
well, what do you think's been happening the past couple months, my dude?
You know, it's like I was just on the bus, right?
Were you making a drop? You were intermittent on that bus, we found out.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even usually ride the bus. I just I picked up a tail. I went to the aquarium. I dropped my ride because I didn't know if the 5-0 was on me, and I just cut through the parking deck, hopped on the bus, right? Seemed like the perfect crime or whatever, And then we were riding along, and it's just like this shadow came, and we couldn't breathe, and then we were in the cave. I mean, you were there, you saw it,
Yeah.
and then I just got out. I ran and I just swam, and I never swam like that in my life. And it's like I didn't get tired though.
Yeah. No.
And then it's like I came back to the house, because I figured all right, I don't know what the fuck happened, but there was that crazy shadow lady with the rifle, and it was like a blue dude. Yeah.
See, now you know how I got that leg unshot. That's how.
Because I was like
Happened.
an anti-tank gun. She had you must be
Yeah,
so
that took me all the way down, but I was trying to save y'all.
you must be really strong.
Yeah, man. You can find out.
Well, so I came back. So I came back to the house, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, so you're gonna do some heathen shit. Let's go, right?
Right.
But they didn't nobody came, right? They didn't try and hit me again.
No.
So then it's like the next morning came and I was just real tired. That's weird because I work nights anyway, But it's just I just get.
But it hit you real hard, yeah.
I get so sleepy, right? And then so I was I just started doing my thing, I was being on my hustle, and I'd be like, hey, step off, and they would just do it.
Yeah.
You
got that vibe to you.
Or I'd be like, hey, is it what you need? I got what you need. You want this rock? And they'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Hey, you're not going to tell them now, right?
right?
Yeah.
And so I just been about that business,
Right.
stacking paper.
Breaking
and
away,
then-
going indie.
And then like those two, and he turns and he points at Typhus and Zedis.
Yeah.
Was kicking in my door, and again, I'm ready to mob, but those dudes, they are good.
They're for real.
Yeah, whoa. And, and here I am. I look for you though. I waited I waited like a couple of days, right? Because like again, I thought like y'all were gonna come get me, and then like I came back to the beach, and it's just like just nobody was there.
I didn't know where to come for you. I've been looking for all of you. I've been trying to help. That's why I've been looking you up. Try to find you. I'm really glad I did.
I'm glad you did too.
Yeah. So what have you been... I mean, I know you got those cravings. What have you been doing about it? Look, hey, no shame. I'm not here to judge you.
Like the first taste is free, right? Like people's like, oh, yeah, why don't you try a little bit of this, And then they try it, and when I see like, they get to cloud 9 or whatever, I just sort of like.
Got you.
But then I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. Like, it's nothing. Forget about it. And like, they do. Like, I thought they were like fucking with me. I was like, no, forget about it. And like, they were like, bro, forget about what? And I was like, what? And then, but like, it's happened like a lot.
Yeah. No, that's the thing you can do, babe.
That's like a thing.
Yeah. Like the thing? There's a whole list of things we can do. You come with me, I can teach them all to you.
He looks down and he's like, I can see through my fucking chest right now. How am I not dead?
You died already, baby.
Meanwhile, you others, I mean, by you, heard all of that. Vi's the only one. Do you have heightened senses?
I don't.
Yes, then only Violet here. For the rest of you, it's kind of hushed whispers, What are you all doing?
I'd like to speak to... Was it Timbo?
Timbo.
Yes,
Timbo.
Timbo.
Mhm.
Oh, Timbo.
Mm-hmm.
Come hither, boy.
I'm afraid.
He does like kind of like very like pensive steps because you still have all up, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like shuffles over towards you. Yeah.
What do you know exactly about this whole situation? Why are you staring at the floor so much?
He's like, because I can't see your face, then I can't. You don't have to worry about me testifying.
Oh, I'm never worried. You can look at me, Timbo. It's
like,
fine.
He's like, can I not though? Like, I mean, again, like, no disrespect. I just like, I don't need to know nothing,
I like to gently put my hand underneath his chin and be like, listen, dear, it's fine.
He does look at you.
Okay, perfect. So, what do you know? Tell me everything. Oh, actually, I would like to use Submerged Directive and say, when I speak to you, you will tell me, or you will be honest.
Okay. Okay.
Does it work?
Well, let's see. Realistically,
Is that something I can say?
Realistically, you have no way to know. So you give me for Submerged Directive, give me your manipulation and dominate.
Kids.
Do the darndest things.
Get over here.
4, 5.
Okay.
5.
I mean, he looks at you and you say this to him. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So what were you doing with Hayden? And why are you so interesting?
Thank you. Like, I mean, like people don't usually call me interesting. I just know when to shut the fuck up. It's like my grandma is from Brazil, and like they got like this like in Portuguese. I can't say it right. It's keep your mouth shut, keep your teeth. They've been telling me that since I was like crumb snatching. It's I mean, we about that business. Like I mean, we do deliveries, we do collections. Like we.
Right. So, when did you notice Hayden acting different?
It was like Thanksgiving, Like I mean, he was like a lieutenant, I mean, like he about that, but he didn't have like no like juice, Like this like come up. This has been like the last few months, but it's like wild.
And he made you drink blood, yes?
He like looks back at the floor when you say that. Like he looks very ashamed.
I'd be like, oh, but no, don't be afraid, dear. I too divulge sometimes.
He's like, I didn't want to,
I know.
But I mean, but
I like to say things weird sometimes.
I mean, no, like it's weird, right? It's like cats will like watch too many movies. You know what I mean? Like they like do shit they see on TV. Like they think like, oh, like I'm a G now. You know, like I'm gonna shoot like this. That dumb shit. You know. And so like I think like
Movies.
I thought like he just was like we'd like prove our commitment. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you loyal? Like drink my blood. You know? And I was just like, okay, you know. But like, and so I did it, right? But it's like afterwards it got like weird.
In what way?
I can like scare people.
Interesting. How many of you drank the blood?
I mean, I only know about me and Dale. I don't know. I swear. Like I don't know. We not always there. You know what I mean? Like there's lots of cats coming and going. You know.
Curious. Would you like to ask him anything?
Oh, me? You said Dale's a good person? Not Dale. Hayden? Hayden's a good person?
I ain't say he a good person. I say, you know, he don't sling the kids. You know, like he give money to the church. You know, like that's. I mean, ain't none of us good people. You can't be in this game and be a good person.
That's true.
But I mean, like, I know some, like, terrible cats, and, you know, he ain't gonna, like, you know, burn nobody's house down while their baby's inside, shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like drive-bys, you know, like above board. I mean, sometimes, you know, we gotta ride, you know, but if we try to... He, like, in his eyes, look at the gun on your hip, and he's like, I mean, you know something.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm down with this like Calamity Jane shit you got going though. Like that's dope. Like that's a look. Like that's fly though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a look. That's for sure.
And he actually like from one of the sorts of like looks around and like looks at St. Valentine and looks at Lula and everything. He's like, are y'all like the X-Men or some shit? Like I mean like
X-Men? What is that?
Yes, just like that, dear.
What, am I Professor X in this scenario?
Is Aquaman one of the X-Men? Is that...
No.
I don't know what we're speaking about anymore.
Wait. Okay.
Lula, Zeddy's comes over and he's like, excuse me, can I talk to you for just a second?
Yes, what is it?
Did you give him an alias? I know she gave their name as Tiger Lily. You gave your name as something else. Do you remember what it was?
No, it was Lula.
Oh, okay.
Because everyone knows you anyway. What's the point?
Right. True.
How could you not remember that face?
I mean, hips don't lie. Exactly. He does sort of like, he kind of turns with his back sort of to the wall where you realize he can see like all of this in his field of vision. And he's like, I realize this like might not be the best time, but I didn't know when I'm gonna have like another chance. The hell is all of this? We stabbed that guy. He didn't die. And they unstabbed him and he woke up.
Well, dear, there's a lot of things you don't know, and depending on how good you do at your job now that you're in my employment, so to speak. You're not our servant, like St. Valentine said. Don't listen to him, he's
Fuck
crazy.
that guy. Ain't nobody serving.
Now that you also, take missions from us sometimes too, the better you do, the more I'll tell you about it. Because I can't just go giving away all the secrets right away. I don't know if I can fully trust you, dear. But over time, I suppose, if you prove that, you're not going to use it against us in any way.
It's like, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have believed it until, like, I saw it with my own eyes. And he does just sort of, like, turn kind of again towards the ambient ghosts, And he's like, I wouldn't have believed it.
Well, you do now, dear.
So you gotta know, though, it's not just us. In Pendleton, it's a whole thing.
No, what do you mean?
he unholsters the gun again, and he's like, and again, it's like something out of a science fiction movie. Like, Lula's not unfamiliar with firearms. I mean, you're sometimes slightly behind the curve of, like the newest innovations, but I mean, like that's not a thing. Like, that looks like something that should fire lasers, not bullets. He's like, you saw the vest, you see the gun. I'm trying to tell you, it's not just us.
Well, how many of you is it, dear? Are you official, like, government, or are you, like, a side mission secret service, or what are you?
Well, the better you do, the more I'll tell you, because I'm not sure I can trust you just yet.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Nice. If you guys kind of have this under control, can we, I mean, if you want us to, like, make sure they don't tell nobody, we can make sure they don't tell nobody. But,
I would say stick around just until we figure out what to do. Not necessarily, you don't have to stand at attention with your gun, but just keep eyes and ears open if you hear any loud noises. If one of us is in trouble, just until we figure out what to do with this one.
yeah, he sort of nods for a second, and he's all like, with permission, ma'am, can I go talk to the guys on the docks?
Oh, of course. Yes, please do. And hold on. I'll give you this.
And she hands him a little stick of smudging sage.
He just looks at it, and he's like, I don't smoke on the job, man.
No, dear. Sometimes it helps. If you do anything to help them and you want to send them on into the light, sometimes just the smell helps the transition. I think it's so terrible that it makes them want to move on faster.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
He stinks. He smells homeless. But he tucks it in his pocket. And he's like, all right, Typhus, let's, and without, like, seamlessly, Typhus pulls out his stun gun and shocks Dale. Dale drops to the floor. And he's like, what? He's not going to go anywhere.
All right.
And the two of them turn and walk out of the warehouse. And Timbo just, like, he doesn't even flinch when he, like, gets shocked. He just, like, looks down at him and then just, like, looks back at you. Meanwhile, over there, Hayden also looks and he just goes, Dale didn't know when to shut up.
Stunning.
So, since I guess I somehow owe you for my new found efficiency. What is it? What is that? 7 habits of highly I don't know. I'm more effective now.
Yeah.
What?
I it's as much the blue guy as it was. I mean, I tried to stop this happening to you, and I failed at it.
Hey, there's a lot of people on that bus, and I saw what happened to that cat at the mouth of the tech cave. And on the one hand, that shit was terrifying at the time, but now that I'm here, it's like, not so bad.
That's about yourself.
What can I do to ingratiate yourself? Because apparently you got some hitters.
Yeah, our group does all right. There's a lot of us in this town. More, I mean, you saw how many were in that cave alone, right?
I mean, who runs it though? Is it you?
Not right now.
I mean, I'm seeing these guns, like this, like who's gonna stand up to that, right?
Well, how this works. Hey, if anyone knows what going India is like, it's you.
It's like, is that the YouTube guy?
Yeah, that's another one of those things that people can do.
Word?
Yeah. I mean, that requires, like, a bunch of reading and nerd shit. Like, he actually has to study for that. It doesn't come naturally the way that, like, other stuff.
I thought you were saying it's like a superpower to trend on YouTube. Like, I'd be like, I wish I could do that shit, yeah.
I mean, maybe you can.
Like that cat out of the valley, that, like, Victor Temple dude that's all, like, is that how he's always, like, trending?
I mean, I don't know if, like, that's how he's trending.
Yo.
Maybe he's born with it.
Yo. That makes so much sense now.
But here's the thing. You catch heat if you bring attention. My boy over there, he caught heat for that. A guy up in the valley probably caught heat for it too. Like, who knows? So the thing of it is, we keep all of this on the DL. That's the deal. You get more done if people don't know what you're doing.
While you are talking to him, like, he inhales. He's like, and you hear the again, and it's like he actually like sort of like winces a little, but like he's looking down, watching it happen. Where like the ribs kind of like touch together, start to knit a little bit, and he's just like, yo.
Do I catch him getting a little more appetite out of that though? Like, game recognized game.
Give me wits and insight.
Yeah.
St. Valentine, while all of this is happening around you, you've got this stunned ghoul at your feet. You've got Timbo, who is being a little more forthcoming, and Hayden, clearly goo-goo-eyes with Reese, who apparently is returning it.
Yeah.
Very abruptly, honestly. Dare I say inappropriately so.
You didn't know my type.
You didn't know.
They don't know a damn thing about my life.
And I don't really care either. I think they do whatever they want.
That's that.
I'm probably searching Dale, though. I'm probably going through Dale's pockets. If Dale is just chilling.
They are very much urine-soaked. And
I can avoid those pockets. Or actually, you know what? I pull out a set of black latex gloves.
I was about to say, that's his trick. He hides stuff easily. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll start searching him anyway.
You find
What's in your story, Dale? What's in your pockets?
I don't know.
especially because he's not really able to resist you.
Oh, of course.
That's
my secret power, is picking the pockets of unconscious people.
He has a phone, but his phone is broken because you already know he had a protracted scuffle on his way into the truck.
Oh no.
Yeah. He also is holding some baggies of some substances at a much higher scale than he was attempting to This is possession with intent.
Okay.
Yeah.
He may have understated his role in pharmaceutical redistribution.
You don't move weight by moving light weight.
You also know that all of his stuff, it's all brand new. It looks like it's like a little tacky, but and you can see, like, as you kind of are checking him, some of his tattoos are like old, like, jailhouse tats, and some of them are new and like really nice.
Much better.
You very much get the signs of like a recent increase in station, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I know a little bit about the local, like, Long Beach criminal underworld.
I've got it.
Am I able to put together any more of a profile of who this guy is and who he might be connected to?
You can give me another wits and streetwise.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you doing, Alquist, since you're here with Timbo?
Fiercely making out with him. That's what.
It's true. You're like my real vampire power.
So just out of character, I don't really know past of what we've got, like, the information from. Like, I don't really know where else to go for that. Like, I honestly, like, he doesn't seem like.
No,
Seems like he's been. Do tell him.
no, I just like him. It was informative.
All right, Timbo, tell us about your life.
You're like, tell me a story.
I like you, Timbo.
Right.
Tell us more.
So give me a reason not to kill you, Timbo.
Yes.
What is Miss Lula doing during all this?
Timbo, can you hear me?
Yeah. A spotlight comes on Lula there. Yeah.
She is just listening to the conversation go on between that, and also keeping eyes on Reese and what's going on in there to make sure that nothing seems to be too troublesome.
Okay. All
Oh, they're. It seems fine, actually. I feel like they're both.
Well, if that's the case, I might go out and check on my boy, who's gone up to the dock there.
Right.
And let me go just take a couple of eyes at that sweet summer child and make sure that he hasn't done something absolutely terribly, horrifically obvious.
Okay. You can go out. When you get out, you make it out about 30 feet or so, and you see Typhus Vi school, standing in a circle of pigeons. They're all arranged in a perfect ring. And he's just like looking at each one of them, like one at a time. And as you come towards him without even looking up, he's like, they're all different.
What are their names, dear?
He's like, he stops and he looks at you and he's like, I can't translate it. It's weird though. They're very friendly. They all like French fries. Strange.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, Milton, the one that I met earlier tonight. I went back. He's in the car.
Oh, you're going to keep him, dear.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, like, he can come and go. Like it's easy when I can just be like, hey, man, come back. And he's like, great, you know.
But you're friends now.
He does actually, like, get a little smile on his face. And he's like, I mean, like, it's like sounds so stupid to be like, I'm friends with a pigeon. And when he says that, they're like, ooh. He's like, no, I'm friends with you guys too now. No, it's
You must watch what you say now, dear.
Ma'am, I'm capable of killing a man in at least 36 different ways. I've trained since I was 4 years old to do this one thing, and I'm damn good at it. And now I'm standing here talking to a vampire in pigeons. I keep thinking that at any second I'm gonna wake up and like that mad dog that we were pretending to be drinking, maybe I accidentally got into and I just like hit my head or something, like because like none of this makes sense. And I don't know why, like I'm just like I'm so okay with it, like Tiger Lily, like I mean she just tells me stuff and I'm like, that didn't make any fucking sense. But something in me is like, oh okay though. Like what is that?
Oh, it's because we're amazing, dear.
Yeah, I mean, you are. Look at you. You're gorgeous.
But I mean, who wouldn't listen to Tiger Lily, especially? She's so beautiful.
You all are.
Oh,
even that weird dude in the suit.
Yes. That's just it. You're just in love. It's like a honeymoon phase.
He does look around and he's like, hey, I mean, I don't know this guy like that, but I mean, like, Zeddy's was kind of looking at him. You think maybe you could,
Albus and Zeddy's?
Remember I told you, I was like, you are very much my type, but you're not his type.
Oh, he's just seemed so rough. I wasn't even sure that he, like, had a mind for anything like that. He seemed very on the business point.
No, I'm here to tell you, like, every man's got a mind for that, though. Like, just, yeah, right.
Oh.
You can't do what we do with the, you know, yeah.
Well, I will indeed try to enter something for you.
He does take, like, a step closer to you, and the pigeons fly up, and they come back down literally in the shape of a heart around you. And
That's adorable.
I was talking to him about that. Like I thought, like I was gonna have some more time. Like we were coordinated. He's like, very good job, you guys. And he actually reaches in his pocket and pulls out a bag of chips and crumples it and just shakes it, and the heart quickly disperses to them all. Like he's like, a deal's a deal. I know, like with Tiger Lily, like there's a thing I know, but I just was. Maybe you and I could just like talk though. Like I mean, maybe not like now on the docks. Like apparently surrounded by ghosts, which I guess you can see in pigeons, but like sometime.
Oh, well, perhaps, dear. That's very sweet. I have my eye on someone though. But should he ever break my heart into a billion little pieces? No, I'm used to being in a million little pieces. But not anymore. Oh, sorry, that's neither here nor there, dear. But in the future, you're next on the list.
Well, with respect, ma'am, I think if anybody were to hurt you now, you got a couple of guys that would, you know.
Oh, you dear sweet thing.
Back inside.
Yeah.
You see the hole is starting to like close. Oh, you rolled to see if it seemed like he was.
You know, I'm just getting to know him. I can't really read him yet.
It's true. It's just great, really. You're like, no, he's so good at it so quickly.
Yeah, no. Hey, I can't be surprised.
Apple doesn't fall far, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, so what next? What now? I'm hoping this nice conversation.
Look, I'm hoping this is the beginning of something bigger too, but you gotta realize that thing that Rifle Lady and Blue Man did in that cave,
Yeah.
they did not in the slightest run that past the people who actually claim this turf. All of this is not going to be cool with them. They find out that there are new people in town, and that's bad. It's why we're trying to keep everyone lying low and see about making some space. You know something about that. You were part of another operation and you've broken off now, right?
He's like, well, if you're looking to carve up some stuff, you're not the only one who's got access to some hitters. And that's a good place for us to take a break. So we're going to take a quick 10. I don't know why you got a heart hand for 10.
For the
And,
pigeon hearts.
Pigeon heart 10. And we will be back. All right, so you all instruct Typhus and Zetes to drive these three away, knowing that you know how to get back in touch with Hayden and Dale and Timbo, should you choose to, which now leaves you all standing here on the docks of Long Beach.
And we have to address a pier, a house, and a gemstone rose garden.
Yeah, I kept Dale's phone, by the way, too.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I only got one success on my search of him, so you didn't tell me if that had me discover anything.
The phone was broken.
Well, I mean, I was just searching him in general. Remember, I was putting the gloves on because he...
Don't you also have Hayden's phone still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say in the chaos he didn't think to ask for it back.
Oh, damn. Well, I'll find him. I'll get in touch.
Mm-hmm.
I know where Typhus and Zetes picked him up, so if we need to get in touch again, I can get a hold of him.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can get a hold of him.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can get a hold of him.
You all, Reese very much seems anime eyes about this guy.
Reese, this is a new look on you. I like it.
What look?
The whole
Literally
lovey-dovey,
wore this shirt last
goo goo eyes. Most of the time, it's the people
Excuse
that
you?
I feed on that have that look.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right? Bit defensive.
Shut up.
I mean, if I thought it was in some sort of conflict with what you wanted to do anyway, there'd be something to talk about, but I don't think that's the case, so,
I think you have a slight crush, dear.
You know, maybe it's just nice to hang around with someone who's a little more like
Drug dealer?
me. Fine, sure, yeah.
Second guess, I swear.
Yeah, so, we splitting this all up then? Take care of all of those little,
All of those.
rose garden-y house pier things?
I mean, I have no idea what. Besides the crystal one, I have no idea what the other two.
I mean, the pier's gotta be the pier. Like, you go there and then it's whatever it is and there's...
Do you two want to go, perhaps check out, the pier? It could be romantic.
Well, I mean, what are we looking for?
it's probably more likely connected to the Giovanni.
Oh,
That was how I would interpret that vision. Does that make sense?
And the spectral noose is still very much around Vi's neck. Like, you all kind of just don't mention it anymore because it's just one of those things. But, I mean, it's...
Hey, I'm doing the work I can do on that problem in the way that I can do it, okay?
oh, should
Well,
we
you
let
can't see
Joey
it,
know we're
so you-
done?
No. Huh?
Should we let Joey know we're done?
Yeah. We should.
I do. Yes.
Perhaps since we asked nicely and it worked earlier, maybe they could, if you're headed down to the pier anyways, maybe just a little warning that you're headed that way so they don't take it as a threat. And while you're down there, dear, maybe you can talk to them about that.
Okay, so we're just gonna walk up to the Giovanni's pier and say what?
Well, to be fair, earlier we had the same attitude about the car, and they seemed rather receptive. Well, Joey did at least. But whatever your piece is, dear, to the best of my knowledge, you did what they asked.
Oh, yeah.
They should.
Yes, they should. They haven't done yet, but...
I mean, we could take the same approach we have with all these other people, is that like, hey, we wanted to let you know because there's a conflict coming, and we'd like to be on your side.
That's
Or you'd like us to be on...
Why would we tell them that? Why would we give them the heads up?
I mean, they've got to know. They have their own ways of knowing this stuff.
Not if we do our job right.
I think they already know.
Why? Did you rat?
No, of course not.
Well, there we go then.
But I'm the sort of person who would look for those connections, and they have people like me who all they do, that's their job, is look for those kind of connections. They have people like Lula who work for them.
I'll just go to ask about getting my noose off, and if something else comes up, if I get the sense they know more about the situation, we'll just, I don't know, pay attention.
Yeah, they have low expectations of us. Playing dumb shouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
And that frees up you two to come with me to Amethyst's place.
Well, that's 2 out of 3.
I can go check out the house, dear. Usually when I see things peeking through windows, it's ghosts and things anyways, and it's kind of my area.
Why don't you go alone, though?
I can find somebody to come with me and escort me. It'll be fine.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
we're
You
sure,
know
we're
what?
sure we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them we say hi.
I
Yeah.
don't know what on earth are you talking about.
No, for
And
sure.
she actually does blush. So I'm gonna.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That is a failed rose
Ah.
on that blush of life.
The color flushes back into your cheeks like a young girl, Lula, and yet the warm tingle of thinking about seeing him is very much offset by the deafening, maddening silence. This is when Madge would have been teasing you mercilessly about locking a boy, then James would have been telling you that like ways to get the weight of a man's heart is through his stomach, all just a random chaos you just got so accustomed to is all gone.
Sorry, I'm a little flustered.
Yeah, you are.
That being said,
All right.
yes, do not tell Amethyst I said hello.
Okay.
We will not, assuming you're all right if I accompany you.
Oh, yeah, of course, no.
Maybe perhaps back you up.
Yeah, that would be well appreciated.
All right. You're right.
Vi, your phone rings.
Oh, who is it?
It is Joey's number.
Oh, man.
On you. All right.
I will answer it on speaker. Hello?
Please tell me you have not fucked this up.
I've not fucked what up?
Well, you asked for permission to come to my docks.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want? Please tell me you haven't gotten it any worse than you already have.
No, we took care of it. I'm sorry. I thought Reese texted you back. We took care of it. Everything is good.
Okay, so then what do you want?
Are you at the pier?
No.
Okay, well, I'm heading there next. I would like my noose removed.
I'll make an arrangement for meeting.
Wonderful. Thank you, Joey.
Thank you, Joey, dear.
Bye.
Click.
How did he fit it? Never mind. Just always so curious.
Yeah.
on the off chance, OOC, that didn't work out quite as well as we think with the mics, Joey said he would set up a meeting for Vi. Hopefully, it was seamless. Maybe it wasn't. Okay. So, am I to understand that you two, St. Valentine and Reese, are going to go looking for amethysts? Miss Lula Castile, you are going to make a call to a certain gentleman caller. And Vi and Alquist are going to make their move as well. Heading towards the pier.
I guess.
Yes.
Would you like to go with me to the pier?
Oh, me? Yes, of course. I would love.
Great. All right. What are you doing?
You know,
Just being juvenile over here.
yeah, we're not of your esteemed cohort. You know, kids.
Yes. you
Shall
are
we?
not.
Yeah.
All right. I'll call up an Uber for us.
Okay.
We'll take the truck. Do you need to be dropped off anywhere, or you got a
Oh,
cruiser coming to pick you up?
no, here's fine. And you just stop.
Why?
I'll be all right.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Then you all scatter into the night. St. Valentine, you have an idea of Amethyst Holdings.
Mm-hmm.
You were quite clear that club was hers the night you went there. It just
I
so
did
happens
know that, yeah.
She wasn't there. Where is there anywhere in particular you would try and find her again? Would you go back to the original scene? Would you try and find her at a different one?
I think I would. I mean, I have her information, right? Like I can call her.
You can.
Yeah.
And talk? With words? With your words?
With my
You know
words,
what?
yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
And we left things on a good foot last time we talked, so.
Really?
Didn't we?
No.
I think it went well, didn't it?
No. I was not involved in this conversation in any way. I just can't conceive of it having gone well.
You haven't really talked to her since that night.
Yeah, no.
I would
Okay.
think Val would think it went well, though.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Hence
yeah,
Reese.
presumably. Why don't you ride up front? I'm gonna have to put up the divider. You got a what is it? LX series or like
No.
a fancy car?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
What do I look like, Alquist?
I mean, put it
Don't
on,
answer.
Put it on his card.
No.
I have his number. Just put it on his card.
No, I don't.
He's not gonna mind. He likes me.
It's not about whether or not he minds. It's about what I get from him and what he does.
Okay, well, fine. We'll put it on my card then, this once, and I need one with a barrier because I've got to focus my thoughts in the back, and I also have to call Amethyst so that she knows we're coming.
All right. Sure.
Okay. By focus your thoughts, do you mean perform any sort of ritual work?
Yes.
That was what I was implicitly figuring and why I was
Well, I mean,
all right.
it's not a ritual, but it's
Town card does.
but it
pull
is
up.
it is a discipline. I do want to do blood sorcery in the back.
Important
Like
point
you
of
do.
clarification.
Yeah.
Do you call Joey's company with those kinds of cars, or just a standard ride share?
Yeah, I think
Standard red
but a
shirt.
nice one, right?
Yeah,
The top
apparently
tier.
we're upgrading by request.
Got it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not imposing on Joey more than is strictly necessary. He has done us a solid today.
All right.
Yeah.
By not turning you into a liquid. Yes, he has. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Let's keep it that way.
And
What-
it's been a gas.
What ritual are you performing?
I want to use. I'm not actually performing a ritual. I'm just using blood of potency.
Okay.
So I got to do a rouse check for that. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's all right. So now it is a resolve plus blood sorcery. I'm going to spend a willpower to hit that a little harder.
Solid. Yep.
Rightly so.
Well, that's usually what I say.
Literally. You've been around here
Yeah,
a lot.
literally.
All right, there we go.
Well, that's a little
That's
better.
a little more business.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So I have, let's
Six.
see, 6 successes.
Crit or no crit?
No crit in there. Yeah.
That will
sadly.
raise your blood potency by 1. You may
Yeah.
want to reread it. I do not have a voluminous.
Nope, you got it.
Right.
Which brings me up to 2
But you feel better though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it still gets me an additional die.
It's still
in
some
my
good
pools.
juice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I can still come back, help you come back from the dead if
Yeah.
Amethyst freaking kills you.
Yeah. So that lasts, I guess, a scene or a night.
In
So-
your
19.
Night scene.
you find yourself thinking as you're consciously willing your vitae to increase in its potency. If knowing what you know of Reese's blood because of your extended experiments,
Yeah.
how much of that is passed on to their childer?
Yeah, that really worries me. I mean, I'm at the people that we're hunting, these baby vampires, their blood's thicker than mine.
And as caitiff, they could be capable of literally anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've hopefully I've got the edge on them as far as knowledge goes, and preparation, and powerful friends. So,
Miss Lula, do you call Detective Trabajo?
I do indeed.
Trabajo.
Hello.
Miss Lula, hi.
Hi dear. That letter that I gave you.
Yeah,
Have you had a chance to read it yet?
I have. It's a fascinating reading. Can we speak freely?
I suppose so. Or if you'd like, I can. How did Madge used to do this? And she
Tries to scroll through her messages to find a drop my pin location. It takes her a little bit longer than it should.
do you see that? So you know what? Forgive me for assuming. Are you busy?
I'm down by the docks. I was looking into something. But yeah. I mean, what do you need? Like, I could. Are you at Valentine's place? I could be there.
Do you see the thing I sent you? The location. I'm right there.
You think I've been doing this as long as I have? Nothing could surprise me anymore. But okay, I just had one of my dreams. It was like coming to the docks. Like, talk to the soldiers. I talk to those guys sometimes, and then you're right here.
Are you? Oh, these docks. The same docks.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm like 5 minutes down from you. Yeah.
All right. I'll start walking your way.
Please be careful. It's weird out there.
I'm tougher than I look, dear.
I do not doubt it. I'll be right over.
Excellent.
Vi in Alquist. See, as you are driving along, Joey texts you a little later with an address, which you realize is the parking lot of the Queen Mary.
Oh, okay. All right, we're going to the Queen Mary again.
Oh, it was so much fun last time.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling it'll be a similar amount of fun this time. Yeah.
Ooh. Well, I guess let's go then. Are we seeing Joe?
Joey?
Yes, Jojo.
Yeah.
Yes. The wolf
No, I know who you're talking
Big
about.
dog.
No, I know.
likes to grab me by the throat every once in a while.
He likes to do that to a lot of people. Yeah,
It's
that's
a little
true.
kinky.
Yeah, I don't know that that's what it is.
Hmm.
But if you're into it, that's fine.
No, of course not. Of course.
Yeah. So we're driving to the Queen Mary.
As you all pull into the parking lot, you can see by now it's about 11:30. This has been a very eventful night for you all because the sun goes down about 5 and then like a lot of stuff is happening.
Been nonstop.
Yeah, right, so it's actually not terribly late just yet. But by now, the Queen Mary is a ghost town, no pun intended. The parking lot is completely empty except for one vehicle. A very old mid-'80s limousine that is immaculately spotless, but the vehicle's 40 years old, complete with the big boomerang antenna on the trunk, and it is light brown, and it is sitting there with the lights on.
Elquis, I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous, so we just need to be smart about this, I think.
That's how they get you.
I agree.
And then I take a second and I concentrate, and I turn on Sense the Unseen.
You didn't possess this ability when you were at the Queen Mary last time.
It was actually the first day I had gotten it.
So you did see what it looked like before. So you might recall there was...
Oh, wait, no. You're
Yeah,
right.
I don't think you did.
No, I didn't.
It was like the second
It was
episode.
the next duck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Area.
I'm like, way back when. This
Yeah,
was
not the Queen Mary, no.
one of your first nights in Long Beach. You were here. But you did hear Lula and St. Valentine and even Alquist describing it to you. And at one point, the ghosts coalesced so powerfully you could see them, even with your normal eyes.
Right.
But they told you that there was a hustle and a bustle of like people moving all over the ship. And then after you all switched on the box that Dr. Cornelius gave you, at least for a time, there was nothing. In fact, it was like a zone of inhibition around the Queen Mary, where even the ambient ghosts were just gone. And then somewhere along the way, they came back. I believe at one point, Lula even told you Dr. Cornelius's box had been delivered to the valley for another purpose, and is no longer here at the Queen Mary. But now, Vi, even looking at it, it doesn't look like what they said. As you look up, it is hordes, legions of ghosts, probably thousands of them. And they are all arrayed around this car. Like, basically, like, untold countless ghosts.
What are they doing
in the
to
car.
the car?
Oh, no, they're just, like, behind it. Like, if, like, they were massing behind it, like, they're all massed behind the car.
Like just hanging out? Do they look mad or like they...
They don't look particularly, riled up, no. Because you have seen angry spirits. You've seen very angry spirits.
This is just a mob of spirits. Okay, so there's a mob of ghosts behind the car?
Aquas, you also have the ability to sense the unseen, don't you?
I do not.
Oh, it's true. It's, again, not worth the trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Seems normal to me.
And I obviously still see my...
Very much.
Is it like an amount that we should be worried about?
Yes. It is a lot.
Can they do things to us?
Have you been around?
Yes, they beat me. I'm just saying, are these ones going to do things to us? Do you know?
No, I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. Okay.
It's always a fun way of going through life.
Seems to be what you do normally, so...
This is true. I cannot deny this.
Okay, let's just get out of the car.
We go to the ghost car.
When you all hop out of the truck
Exit our truck.
and kind of walk out where you're illuminated by the headlights of the car, the doors open and two men get out that you do recognize. And they step forward. They're wearing very old three-piece suits that look like they probably are from the 1940s. But again, completely immaculate. Shiny shoes, whole 9 yards. You see the pockmarked face of Cray and the horrifically burned face of Sullivan standing there. And you do know Cray is the man that did this to you in the first place. So, Joey, true to his word, sends you the people you need to talk to. And when Cray gets out of the car in particular, you notice, have you ever seen, like, in the aquarium, when, like, you move by and all of the fish turn and rotate? All of the ghost eyes are on him. So as he walks, they're like...
Interesting. Okay.
And he stands there and he's like, this is an unexpected surprise.
I don't know why it would be unexpected. We had a deal, and I've met my end of it, so I would love for this to be taken off. Please.
Sullivan, who you've never heard say a word, just smiles, and you hear kind of like... And Craig looks at him and is like, I know, right? Miss Lula, the police cruiser comes pulling up that you've seen from outside the house. You know, it is unmarked. It is slightly less disheveled than usual. You can get the distinct impression like a forearm was sort of rubbed through the dust. Some of the bags and things have kind of been thrown into the back, and there's like a blanket thrown over them. Yeah. And
Lulu will pretend not to notice.
Zool hops out of his car and like looks around for a second, and he goes, "Yeah, the docks. Hi, are you all right? Did like something like go down here?"
There was we found one of Reese's child. Another one. Yes, was so we'll see what happens with them. We're keeping an eye on them for the time being.
He does sort of like
We're trying to find a place to put them.
You notice, Lula, he looks slightly less disheveled. Like this is an old wrinkled coat, but he probably didn't sleep in this one. You know, again, ties on a little straighter. And he's like,
Is that a new tie?
yeah, Amazon, you know? Like, I just figured I'd like spice it up a little bit. It's like it's polka dots. Do you like it?
Oh no, I love it. It's perfect. It suits you. Get it, suits you.
Yeah. I do need to just. I gotta ask, because you know this thing, it doesn't stop, you know. Like this, whatever this was, and he does just like motion towards the warehouse where you were, and he's like, it's not like something I need to know about, is it?
Probably best not to. Let us figure out what's going on a little bit further, and I'll give you the important details.
When you say, he just sort of nods, and he's like, all right, you guys, the lady said I don't need to know. Right.
Yes.
And he does go over to the other side and open the door, and he's like, all right, are we gonna go visit this little playhouse?
Yes, the address is on the letter I wrote to you earlier, correct? Or did I forget to put it?
He's like, no, you gave it to me. I drove by, I didn't go in. He's like, do the others know about this?
No.
And he just closes the door. He comes over and gets in on your side, and he's like, well, this will be interesting.
Yes, it's very good to see you again. Thank you for coming by.
He's yeah, I didn't have time to like, you know, like get like a proper car wash. I didn't want to like, you know, you look gorgeous though. I didn't want to like dusty in here. I just
no, it looks lovely. It looks lovely.
Yeah. And he just like stops for a second, and you see like his eyes sort of like zone out for a minute, and he's like, "You pulled a 22." Wait, did that work? Like, wait, hey.
A little too well.
Oh no, but you didn't discharge anybody. No, I know. It's like it's fine. No, no, it's fine. And he just like puts the car in gear and just like hits drive. He's like, I don't need to know about it. It's okay. Yeah, and just like drives away. Saint Valentine, did you try and call Amethyst?
I'm going to now. Now that I'm
She
full
does.
of myself.
She does not answer, but she tells you receive a text that says, "Come back to the scene of the crime."
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll text Reese in the front to let them know that like we're good to go to the club.
You all pull up, and again, it is the goth extravaganza that you remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first time.
This you were not there.
I was not there for this fuckery, nah.
No.
This is my first time.
You were up to other fuckery.
Exactly!
You know, there's a surprisingly strong vampire contingent on Tuesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
Always wear black, gotta know somebody, gotta get invited.
Surprisingly?
Yeah.
Are we
yeah,
surprised?
Yeah. But when you pull up and get out, the doorman immediately is like, "Oh shit, Saint Valentine!" and comes in for the bro hug. You know, yeah.
Good to see you.
He's like, "Oh yo."
Your name escapes me, but I just because
No, I'm Terrence. I'm Terrence. No, it's fine.
Terrence, that was it.
No,
Awesome.
I said this. Hey, you don't gotta remember my name. I know yours. No, yo, that shit you did last time. Yo, and when he says that, like, there's all sorts of like goth kids around, like trying to look bored and whatever, but they see you, like their eyes light up.
They're in fact chalant.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, they are chalanting currently. Yes.
Yeah.
Listen,
that is true.
last time I was here, I was honestly, man, I was kind of messed up. I wasn't really totally in control of all of my faculties, if you know what I mean.
Save it for the lady of the house.
And so I really don't want to do anything that's going to offend the lady of the house. So if there's just somewhere quiet that me and my friend could just wait, we're kind of out of sight, like a VIP area or something.
You want me to like get you in like the green entrance?
That would be great.
That'd be ideal. Thank
That
you.
would be so great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. He's like, yeah. Two for the green. Yeah. And he looks over at you, Reese, and he's like, "What's up, man?"
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, like you get the regular handshake,
Yeah.
but he's like a little squeeze, like not inappropriately, you know, but a little of the.
I match. I just call. I don't raise. I call.
Excellent.
When after a moment, when you realize he's probably at maximum output, you very much aren't. He just sort of like nods, you know.
Been a good night? No one's hassling you?
He's like, yeah, oh, so far so good, you know. Like,
Glad to hear. Hope it keeps being easy, yeah?
You know, I was hoping you would come back. No, I get why you didn't, because like afterwards, it was like everybody was here. It was like TMZ was here, and like all these like groupies and stuff. You know, it's like, I mean, like no, like you could have caught like mad draws had you been here, but like I'm sure like you get it like however you want to get it. But no, it was dope. Like I just
There's actually there's a newer show coming up. Are you interested in? Geez, you know what? Let me broach this subject with the boss first. But like, if it's okay with her, I mean, I'm really looking for more security and stuff for a big event, well paid.
Yes.
You got a card?
Yeah.
But wait. Just let me talk it over with Amethyst first.
Yeah, no, like
But,
protocol.
I mean,
like,
but
no, I get
if
it.
she's
Like,
cool, I would love to.
No,
have
but
her.
if like the boss is down, I am down. Yeah. And you see a young woman comes up who is also, she looks completely gothed out. Like she's like one of the club goers. You know, black mascara, lipstick, the whole nine. And walks up and is like, "Are you Reese Keegan?"
Hey. Yeah, I am. Nice to meet you.
Oh, you don't recognize me with a yeah. Yeah.
You got your face on.
Yeah. We partied. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It must have been a while. Was it back up north or like in San Diego?
It was Comic-Con, you know. It's just, I mean, I was
Oh, were you at that Kraken party?
I was at the Kraken party.
Hey!
Yeah. Nah,
How are you doing? It's good to see you up here.
Great. And she extends a hand to you, and it's like, no, you're all to the VIP. Oh shit! I'm forgetting myself. Oh, sorry. Hello. Yes. Hi.
This is
Hello.
my buddy Valentine.
Hey.
Oh no, I know you. It's just,
Friend of Reese's is a friend of mine.
It's yes, please come. Can I get you all anything to drink?
Do you want her to come back to the VIP with us too, or?
We do have some business to take care of, but like it's really nice to catch up with you.
No. I'm here to take you. Like I'm
Perfect. All
Oh,
right.
excellent.
Yeah, no. She's like, yeah, I'm plainclothes, and like she's got like her goth leather jacket, and she opens it up, and inside there's a 9mm and a baton.
I love it. I love it.
I offer an arm.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
No, I'm taking
Come
you
on.
guys around. Yeah.
All right, take us around.
And she does bring you all, and on the side there is an iron grate that is etched like a rose bush covered in thorns.
Oh, hey, there's a fancy.
Mm-hmm. And like she stops and she puts her hand on your arm, Reese. And she stops for a second. And you are sleeveless, right?
What do you think?
Just verifying, don't want to assume.
I mean, and in all seriousness, it's slightly conspicuous to be sleeveless in February. Who would do such a thing?
Right.
That side of the table.
This is why we're Team Sleeveless.
It's true. The opposite of team leather jacket.
Yeah.
You gotta know your role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see, she rests her fingers on your exposed flesh, and she's like, "Oh, I understand why I haven't seen you in a while."
I don't know what you're talking about. It's real cold tonight.
She leans in and she's like, "It's real cold here every night." And you see, she looks at you, Valentine, and like her eyes narrow for a second with awareness, and it's like,
Does her hand feel warm on my
her
skin?
hand feels warm.
All right.
For now.
Right? You're like, get. Yeah.
I don't do that to mortals. What?
You see, she goes up to the grate, and what looks like just interlocking flowers and things, like twists a couple of them, and you hear a click, and she opens the door. She's like, "After you."
Oh, I'm getting one of these. I mean, not a rose one, but like something equivalent.
It's pretty great.
Alcus is going to be so jealous.
When you,
All right, come on.
When you say it's pretty great, she visibly goes like, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right."
See, you didn't miss me that much, did you?
No. Apparently, I like you a lot. If I still want to talk to you after that.
Hey, come on.
When you come inside, everything is purple. Purple leather, purple furniture.
The brand is strong.
Yeah. Yep. It's it's like if Prince threw up in here.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that I have matched for the occasion. I've moved off pink now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She stops outside. And she's like, "The boss doesn't kind of want us in here, so I'm just gonna make sure you're
Understood.
not disturbed."
Oh, yeah, of course.
Is like, "Can I get you anything to drink?" I mean, different context now. But yes, can I get you anything to drink?
I'm all set, but thank you. I'm gonna switch my airdrop on for drop a contact to her.
I mean, you know what I need, right?
I mean, I can get it. What do we?
Yeah. Are there some of my fans here tonight?
I mean, she's like, "I may or may not have a DVD of like Dungeon of Daring 2, you know?" Like I said.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm looking for donations.
She's kind of looks around and she's like, "Well, I mean, I think the boss wouldn't mind." And she kind of like rolls the sleeve up.
I pull out a chalice from my case and give it to her.
She's like,
without breaking eye contact. Thank you.
She's like, "I understand if you bite, you can heal it."
Oh, yeah, but I mean...
if I just...
Oh, of course.
And you notice there are, like,
Yeah.
marks on her arm. She's like, "Yeah, I learned the hard way.
Yeah, I'll
you do it."
I'll open her up delicately.
Okay. And she does give you what you need. Yep.
Mhm.
Outside the Queen Mary.
Yes. Someone's laughing?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, gotta
Cray.
eat.
Cray does he leans on the hood of the car, you know, that like single leg sit type thing, and like kind of steeples his fingers. He's like, "Couple of things. One, your deal was not with me. Your deal was with the boss. Two, the deal is fulfilled when we say it's fulfilled. So why don't you tell me what it is that you did in service that you believe warrants the removal of our... and when he does, like, kind of, you feel it, like, tense a little. Like, historically, it's, like, shocked you and thing, but you feel it. Connection.
I was told that this would be removed when the problem of my family was removed. And as they have all met their final death, job's done.
Sullivan walks over towards you, and when he gets closer, again, you can see that it's like the whole side of his face is burned almost down to the bone. Like, especially when he gets close up, you can see like the contours of the muscle and everything underneath it. And he like looks you up and down, and he like turns and like looks at you, Alquist.
Mm.
And when he does that, the driver's side of the car and what would have been, shotgun of the car open up. And you see two people get out who are clearly dead. They would have been uncommonly large men in life, but are purple and decaying. Like there's no effort whatsoever to mask exactly what they are.
Unlike us, they are corpses.
But they are wearing like a driver's outfit and a butler's outfit. And they sort of like walk over and they stand just very uncomfortably close to you, Alquist, like right in your bubble.
God. Can I help you?
And Sullivan just looks at you and kind of like the burned lip kind of like curls back into a bit of a smile.
Mm.
And Cray's like, he just likes watching you squirm.
Nice. Fantastic. Fun.
Hey, did you really kill all those people at the butcher shop?
I don't know what you're speaking of.
Because it's like it's sloppy, but you gotta like send a message. Like we thought maybe you were just like trying to expand. Oh, are they making you uncomfortable?
Just fell on me.
And the more you like, the more they come like closer to you. Like I mean, they very much are in you. But like, oh, I'm sorry, are they disturbing you?
Is this really necessary?
Why are they so close? Jesus Christ. No, I didn't kill anyone, if that's what you're asking. Now, please, get your little flesh things away from me, please. Yeah, your breath is like the grave.
No, it's horrific. Yeah, they're rotting corpses. It's horrific. Yeah.
I just take some cologne, spray one in the face.
Cray looks at you, and he sort of like idly like spin his hand a little bit in the air, and you see the actual like shadowy tendrils kind of appear around him, and the connection from him to you comes out and becomes visible. Like you can actually see it outwards. You can see there is a noose that's made out of this like shadowy material, and he's like, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, and as long as you are forthcoming, I think we might be able to work something out here.
Thank you.
So what happened to the family?
Mine?
Yeah.
God, it's kind of a mess. Most of them were already dead by the time we caught up with them. I think there was only 3 left at that point. 2 died in front of Valentine's house. And the third, let's just say everyone deserves to see the sun one last time. Yeah.
You are unaware, and he, like you feel it move around him. He's like, of what this is and how it works. So just assume I know more than you think I do.
I think it's true everyone deserves to see the sun one last time.
Well, no. I know you're telling me the truth. That's why I haven't squeezed that pretty little head off your shoulders just yet. But, say I let you go. In the boss's infinite mercy, of course. Because by rights, after what happened in that fucking cave, we could turn you two into these two. Motioning to the...
That wouldn't be very smart.
Yes, that's quite alright.
We didn't do what happened in that cave.
Oh yeah, who did do it? What's that about?
I'm sorry. I thought you knew more than we thought you did. You don't know who did that? You know about the cave, but you don't know who's responsible?
I want to hear your version.
Look,
Because you insult me again, I'll let you meet the sun one last time dangling off the side of that ship. Of course, Valentina told us what she knew. I got my own ways. I want to know your version of what happened.
We went there for a meeting. There were mortals there that we were unaware of. And we were sort of... I don't know what it was, a ritual of some sort with blood, but we're cleaning it up.
Let me tell you how this is going to go. I know you think you can just cut and run. I know you think you got nothing else in this life that you care about. I assure you very much you do. I assure you that we will find it and we will break it. Do not fuck with us. And when he says that, Sullivan looks right in your face, Alquist, and makes like a dramatic like finger popping, like honestly louder than fingers would, because, you know, he's dead.
Everything is disgusting here.
It's awful, Alquist. It's awful. Yeah.
I assure you, sir, there is not part of me that wants to fuck with you. I want nothing to do with you. And that is why I would appreciate the removal of this so that I can make my way and we don't have to converse ever again.
Alquist, right about now, the cloud of ghosts behind him that Vi described becomes very visible.
Oh.
It is like a swirling hurricane of spiritual energy.
Oh, you see them now?
All centered basically right around him. Yeah. He's like,
That's a fun trick.
it's useful. A little more subtle than that over there. Right? Pointing at the zombies. And like Sullivan turns and looks at him and really does like almost like offended. Like, you know, like, yeah. And he's like,
I prefer the ghosts, personally.
You know,
The smell is disgusting.
it just, I want you to know there's one reason. You're all above ground. You, the fortune teller, the magician, the enforcer, whatever the hell Reese thinks they are. One reason. Valentina vouched for you. And he holds his hands up and you see the noose dissipates.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business.
In an effort to remain truthful, I wish I could say the same.
He hops off the car and Sullivan goes, and the two zombies like turn and shamble. And one gets back behind the wheel, and the other gets, yeah. When you spray, like Sullivan just sort of like waves the air, like. Yeah,
Yes, goodbye to you too.
Yeah, like Cray's like, you're gonna smell like fucking Axe body spray for the rest of the night, and goes and
This is our money.
and gets in the car and they drive away.
And the ghosts?
When as soon as he is gone and they all watch him go, it's like they...
Do any of them stay behind?
The ones that you feel like are probably normally inhabitants of the... I mean, like, they don't just, like, all scatter, but they, like, some of them head back towards the Queen Mary, some of them just ambiently just start leaving.
I would like to try to talk to one of them.
I can't see them anymore.
You cannot. Give me your wits and awareness, and you can add your aspects. Miss Lula, what kind of place do you all go to? What's it look like?
So, it is a little beat down motel on a side road that it is kind of by a train track, but they're very tiny, only slightly murdery. and they're just little individual motel like rooms, like little tiny individual rooms, like old school, like they have the old little keys and everything too.
When Zool pulls up, he looks at it. He's like, oh, Miss Lula, at the risk of sounding too forward, I'm happy checking in somewhere, but I thought maybe I would have sprung for something a little nicer than this.
Oh,
Oh, was that too much? No, I'm sorry. No, I thought it was like, I just, no, I was.
Oh no, it's been a while since someone said something like that to me, dear.
I was afraid I'd offended you. I'm sorry.
Oh, not at all. But no, dear, this is you drove by, but did you check out what was inside?
Without breaking his gaze from you, 4 or 5 really large crows fly down and land on the hood of the car. Boom, 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 boom. He's like, I had eyes on the place, yeah.
Yes. It's sorry, dear. It's just it's an odd gift for us. So it's one of those things I find so genuinely fascinating about you. But
He stops and he turns and he goes, yeah, she's pretty. No, yeah, it's shiny stuff. No, you cannot have it. He just, damn it. And he opens up the center console and you see inside, just like he's got random snacks and things in the back, he's also got handfuls of like sparkly rocks, paper clips. He just has like toy cars, and he kind of like reaches in the back and pulls out a bag of chips and like scoops up some toys and just like sprinkles them on the ground. And you see the crows come up and all land next to him. He's like, nobody just like does a thing because it's a good deed. You know, like you gotta pay the crows to help out. Yeah.
I'm sure they appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, they do their part. Yeah. So explain to me. I think I know, but I only know what they know. So what are you doing here?
I found a few of them already. A few of Reese's chowder.
But you don't want them to know.
I wasn't certain what they were going to do with them at first. This was before they had gone and decided as a group to go find the rest of them, and I had seen things at that point,
Lawrence Hale, yeah.
and heard things that I was not entirely certain I completely agreed with, but nonetheless, I felt I'll tell them when the time is right. Again, I feel like we should keep them a bit separate. Anyways, these ones I found one by one and made sure that they were all right and not too. They appeared to be some of the weaker ones.
Do they know about each other?
No.
3 baby vampires at a roach motel.
They seem quite comfortable, though, dear. I've been bringing things to them, just snacks here and there, and then wiping their mind as such. Oh, speaking of which, I'm a bit peckish myself, to be honest with you, dear.
Oh, what do you need? We gotta get you something.
Just anyone who's willing. Sorry, the others used to remind me, but I.
Willing. I mean,
It's been very quiet.
Yeah?
I've been just very quiet up there.
I would love it if it was quiet.
No, you look so lonely.
Well, you're not alone, though.
We said the same thing the other day, but I'm just used to it being a lot louder. And you understand that.
I mean, yeah, I understand.
It's almost a deafening silence. Like, have you ever walked out at night and not even heard crickets?
Have you seen an inch of this town that wasn't crawling with bats or birds or dogs or fucking ghosts. No, I don't know what that's like.
It's just so strange. And for me to say something strange, you know that's really
Yeah,
strange.
no,
You
that
know,
carries some weight when
and
like from you.
any
now,
one
right?
of us. Yes.
I mean, I believe me, I know what I am. I'm a mass of cliches and contradictions. I get it, but are you do you want them back?
I think so, dear. I mean, I miss them, and you know they all have they're each friends with a different one of my friends as well, and I kind of miss them, and we got along.
Would it does it
Not all of us.
does it make me an asshole to say that I've kind of enjoyed having you to myself?
Well, thank you very much, and if it makes you feel any better, even when we do get them back, Madge used to very much always make sure that the other stepped down when you came around, so that I could have my time to try and set this up, I suppose. Not this.
I thought Madge, that was nice because I felt like they had the eye for Reese though. Like I noticed that all changed. So like them, like letting you talk to me instead, and then like that's
And they're awful together.
well, I mean that's I guess I'm not the jealous type because it's not really you, right?
Yes.
He's like, I move around a lot, but I might know some people. Like, I'll ask around, see if there's because if it can be done, it can be undone, right? I'm not no like sorcerer, but I can.
I should really hope so, dear.
Well, one crisis at a time. Why don't we see about helping these people?
Yes, indeed.
Saint fucking Valentine. You see a door opens and two very BDSM twink boys open the door and walk in and like kneel down, like physically like kneel down.
Let's just be cool.
And Amethyst
As a favor.
walks in, the Amethyst you remember.
Mm-hmm.
In her current incarnation, she is about a 7 foot tall and incredibly spectacular drag queen.
This is lovely.
You've
never looked better.
Have got some brass fucking balls coming back in here after what you pulled. You knew, St. Valentine, that this shit is mine.
I know. That's why I wanted to first of all apologize about all that, and also let you know that I have a lot of big plans for this city, and I didn't want to go ahead with them without looping you in and letting you be part of an opportunity.
You're doing me a favor.
Yeah. I mean, it's the least I can do after not really clearing with you what happened last time I was here. So I've learned from my mistake, is what I'm saying.
She walks over and looks at you, Reese, and is like,
It's a pleasure to meet you. Amethyst.
she's like, oh, yeah, I know you. You the one that helped fish his ass out the ocean. Yeah, I did some looking into that. When my old friend turned up again, I was like, how is it that St. Valentine's back? Where he been? What he been doing?
Well, yeah, in this life, Reese is, I guess, my oldest friend.
Well, careful. He does some fucked up shit to his friends, okay? I checked the cameras. You wouldn't hear that night. You know what he did? This motherfucker was up on stage doing all blood sorcery and all that shit. It was up on YouTube.
I have had to deal with the social media ramifications for months, in fact. Yes.
And do you know what? That was the best shit that ever happened to me, St. Valentine.
I'm so
I
glad,
have
yeah.
been full up every night since.
Good.
I mean, I thought, better to ask forgiveness than permission.
No. I would have said no. I would have been mad.
Now I'm here to ask for forgiveness.
First of all, this doesn't completely square us because you didn't know that shit was going to be okay, but it was okay.
Yeah.
So
Very okay.
the tab is like, so I'm like mad, but I'm like made a lot of money. So we just gonna call it like just a little less than even though, because you still was like, publicly disrespecting me, St. Valentine.
Okay. Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
a
That was
show
not
of-
my intention.
Public respect would then be in order and perhaps square?
This is a favorite quote of mine from Margaret Thatcher. That like being powerful is like being a lady. Like if you gotta say you are, you aren't. So I can't say that needs to happen, but I'm not gonna disagree with you saying that needs to happen.
Understood. Is there a way that perhaps our St. Valentine can make money, make some noise this time in your name and for your glory and edification such that this is a cooperative?
I'm known to be many things. Beautiful, of course. Fucking
As I say.
fierce, sickening, in fact.
Eyeline so
but-
sharp it could kill a man, yes.
But I'm also fair. And I understand you are nice. So you might not know proper protocol.
Yeah.
But now you're here, you're talking to me. You said you're sorry. You said you want to talk to me about something. You know what? I respect that, St. Valentine. I respect that.
Thank you. I always want to go through the correct channels.
That with Kindred are calling it
that
these
could be
days.
arranged, what is it that you were called upon, Amethyst, to help provide?
Well, we think we have a friend who has the gift of premonition. And so we think that there's a very large conflict heading for this city. And that your group is definitely one of the factions that will be involved. And we just want to lend any sort of, insight and help that we could to make sure that in this sort of, let's say, three-way conflict that we come out on top.
St. Valentine, I stay down here, I stay out all that shit, man,
You may not have the choice, though, is what I'm saying.
There's all that shit going on, like Hollywood, like Nelly taking over, and then like Therese is trying to make moves, and then like Vannevar Thomas, that motherfucker's crazy. Okay?
Well, I'm
Like,
actually thinking about something more local. I mean, you have your own representatives out on the street. You know that there have been some new members added to our ranks recently. We're unclear on what the source for all this is.
I might have heard some, yeah, sure.
But yeah, we're worried that other people are going to try to use the confusion to try to take away what rightfully belongs to us or to you. Or
Use the confusion. I'm gonna name that as like a track on my next album. Use the confusion. That shit's poetic.
yeah. So I'm organizing another show.
Oh, okay. Where you want to do it here? Yeah, baby.
I mean, that would be great.
How can we do that in a way that best supports you and your club? Again, this is the Mea Culpa tour.
Yeah.
Well, see, St. Valentine, here's the thing that you'll understand. See, like, you were just born beautiful. Like, some of us gotta work at it, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Yes, no, see, I do not wake up looking like this.
Some of us born great, others have greatness thrust upon them, and
Oh, I've
some
done
do the
plenty
thrusting.
of great thrusting, baby.
I like this.
Oh, you would. But, here's the thing. If you're gonna do like a second act, if you're gonna do something like fucking encore, it's gotta be like bigger. You gotta take it forward, okay?
Well, yeah. The idea. I feel like the last show had a lot of very good impact among the kind, but I'm interested in getting a little bit more attention. Maybe forcing some people who have tried to manipulate stuff from the shadows to come forward. So like a sort of a bait of sort.
Oh, word? You trying to do like a kindred magic show this time?
Well, that's the thing is I think we can preserve the masquerade with it, but it needs to send a coded invitation to specific parties to participate.
Exclusivity.
I mean, you trying to do some red wedding shit, like get them all in there and bar the doors, burn that shit down?
Well, I'm most interested in.
You cannot burn down my establishment.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not looking to completely eliminate an entire tier of the hierarchy or any of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wanted to use that opportunity to maybe make some more room for yourself, that would be a great time to do it. And it would basically be kind of your share in helping promote this.
All right.
I have a more specific target in mind.
Oh, okay. So, here's what you asked me. You asked me to put Amethyst's considerable wealth and resources and reputation behind a St. Valentine power play with some Reese Keegan muscle behind it. And afterwards, you know, we all just gonna be like, motherfucking kumbaya out in the streets, everything gonna be fine? Like, I don't...
Well, I'm thinking, look what we were able to accomplish for each other without pre-planning and coordinating. And you said that there was plenty of good that came out of it. So, maybe we could leverage this into something much bigger.
That is true.
I think if you see a mess coming and your instinct is to stay out of it, as well it should be, lady like you need not concern herself in messy affairs, then aren't we here to be a shield? Make sure it doesn't wash up on you?
I tell you what, St. Valentine, as long as you don't bring no bullshit to my door that gets my club burned to the ground, I am in. You have my support on one condition.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to walk out there right now. You're going to do a little something for these people.
Oh, yes. Fair enough. But let me...
Masquerade friendly.
Yeah, and let me just let you know who I'm looking for first before you agree. And if you agree, then we're good. I just want to have it all be out there in the open.
Who?
All right, so I lean in and I whisper the name of the person who I think is my sire to her.
Can I make a mundane perception roll on that?
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
She narrows her eyes a little bit when she looks at you, and she's like, now that I can get down with. Hey.
That's a messy crit 6. So not only do I hear it, I have a taste for him.
Yeah.
You think you know what St. Valentine's after.
All right. We'll talk later.
Mm-hmm.
Fire upwards. One of the ghosts, like, comes back down, and you see it looks like some sort of, like, old-timey prospector that you very much remember.
Who are they?
I mean, he looks like, you remember that time.
Oh, okay.
That's what
I was like a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, sir. How are you doing this fine evening?
Are you talking to ghosts?
Me?
Yes, I'm talking to ghosts. Yes, sir, you. Sir.
I'm mighty fine.
Oh, that is mighty good.
It is pleasing. It is like honey to my eardrums listening to somebody that can speak properly.
Well, that's mighty kind of you to say, sir. I was just wondering, that gentleman that was here before, that y'all were paying such fearsome attention to.
Yeah.
What is he to you?
You know, it's like strangest thing. Like, he comes through here every now and again, him and some like him. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, just goddamn catnip. I don't know. Like, they call and we come. And they like, do this, and we just do. It's weird. Like, most of the time, like, I find, like, most of these others, like, they're, like, wholly unaware of the state of our predicament. I myself am aware of the fact that I'm a shade of some sort. But I normally cannot, like, trouble the living too often, you know? Like, every once in a while, I, like, knock some shit off the desk when I'm bored. But for the most part, I can't do nothing, you know? Mm-hmm. Which is why, honestly, I'm glad that you just are appealing to me at this exact second. But they can make us do things.
What kind of things?
Bad things.
Things you regret afterwards?
I mean, I think I'm real far past regret, young lady.
That's fair.
Maybe that's what got me into this mess.
Do you mind if I ask more details on the kinds of things they do?
Well, he ain't round here to know one way or the other, is he?
No, he ain't, sir.
All right, well, Just I hope you don't think less of me for what I'm about to divulge.
No, I appreciate your honesty.
And he proceeds to regale you with tales of horrors. They bring all types of people to the Queen Mary who do not leave again. The Giovanni are terrible, and Sullivan and Cray are sadistic. But the one thing he does tell you is it's not random. Like, every time they just keep telling us it's just business, you know?
I have a mighty fine appreciation of you opening up to me, sir.
I just, I would fight it if I could, you see. But it
No,
just...
I understand. It's out of your control. And it's a strong character that's able to admit these atrocities back.
Again, I'm not unaware of the nature of my predicament.
Just one last question before I leave, sir. Have you ever seen anyone or heard them talk of anything that they were scared of or nervous of or...
Now I might tell you that in exchange for just one thing.
Of course.
Whereabouts are you born?
I come from the earth, sir, and when the Great Spirit is done with me, to it I shall return.
I tell you what. If you can find me a bottle of some real fine Tennessee rum, moonshine, I mean paint thinner, I mean that shit'll blind you. If you could just bring back some of that to this here spot, I will sing like a canary.
I can do that, sir.
I will make sure that I will be right here waiting for you.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. Miss Lula, as you all approach the hotel, you see a window open, and the door opens up, and you see a large, heavy-set, grandmotherly woman. It's like, Miss Lula, and runs out and hugs you.
Oh, hello, dear.
Full grandmotherly bosom, all in your face. This is Miss Augusta Warwick.
Oh, how are you, Miss Augusta? Are you feeling all right tonight, dear?
She's like, oh, Lord Jesus, yes, I am. And who is this fine person right here? And Zool's like,
He's a very nice detective.
She's like, a policeman? I would like to report a murder. Mine! Yeah.
She's got quite the sense of humor on her.
She's like, I made it as far as I did in life, knowing how to laugh at things, and now I just gotta laugh at this now, because apparently I'm gonna stay young and beautiful forever. She's at least 75, by the way. Yeah.
Nice.
And Zool's like, pleased to meet you, ma'am, and you, she's like, I am a baker. One of the best you will ever taste. I will make a cornbread, make you want to slap your mama. And Zool's like, I'm sure it's wonderful cornbread.
I think I might have to introduce her to Paisley in the valley. She's going to want to continue doing that. I don't know if... have you tried to eat that yet?
Vampire soul food? That would, wow, that might, unite the factions, right? You know? Yeah. And
Oh, brilliant.
you hear, right then, you hear another door opens, and another young man pops out. He's like, Lula? No, I know you said not to let anybody find me, but I just saw you out here, and he is wearing the scrubs of a medical student. His name is Vander Z. It's the only thing he ever told you his name was. It got a little ID. It says Vander Z.
What are you doing, dear? Are you spying on us? Zool said another one. This is Detective Zool.
He's like, hey, kid. And Augusta's like, what? The There was another one next door. I could have like been talking to somebody this whole time. You told me I couldn't tell nobody about what was going on over here.
Well, dear, I wasn't sure, if I could trust all of you. Yet we're all new to each other, you know.
But she's like, well, I might have just a small miscalculation I might have done.
That's all right, dear. We'll help you, right, Sue?
Zul's like, yeah, protect and serve or whatever. She's like, oh, that is fine. That is fine. If you would just come in here. And inside her room, there is what looks like a biker laying unconscious on the floor. And one of his arms and one of his legs are clearly broken. And she's like, this dirty fucker thought he was going to come in here and rob me. So, I think he might still be alive. And that is a good place for us to stop.
I love her.
Thank you all for
I'm so proud.
tuning in. No, your child are a diverse bouquet. Trust me.
And they can break arms.
Hey, and we will learn more
Just like
all about
her.
all of them next week. So we'll see you all then.